gets into what she's talking about, and then before she gets to her point, she goes, "Oh wait, my kids have problems. I got to go buy," and she's telling me to focus. Megan, I love you. You're hilarious. Don't do that. All right. Oh God, Megan is so funny, and I love that people hate Megan.
And Megan has an invite. But since she's laid up with neck problems. So
and I love that people, if you don't know Megan Fox, go to Megan Fox.
Neck problems. What does that mean?
Absolutely insanely hilarious.
What the?
She's not the thumb. She's the medium smart journalist.
Neck.
Just go to subscribe to her. Go to
Gotcha.
meganfox.locals.com. Subscribe to her locals. That's where she does most of her updates.
Oh, I did snipe this stream though, Brandon.
And Megan, he's local.
Funny. I love Megan to death. And I take pride in being the only man. I'm the only man that can control. Even Mr. Fox can't control Megan. I'm the only man on the planet that can control Megan.
All right. McKinley is
here we go.
Audience.
All right. Let's get rid of Doggo Cam. All right.
Oh, look, there's two people in there. Me and Whiskey 77.
On here. I even turned my mic down.
All right, got to warm up here. Our final news story of the day.
Hey, Whiskey 77.
It's true. Deep breaths. Hey,
Ozzy, how you feel, Jeff?
Thanks for being here, buddy. And Ozzy Overlord also needs everybody, literally everybody, to go over and subscribe to him.
Hello,
if you haven't subscribed
Jim.
to Ozzy Overlord, you are missing some seriously cool shit. Ozzy Overlord is an amazing channel. Every day he just brings law. I'm too liquored up to like law, love, and laughter or something.
Are you sub to who? Me?
Anyway, there's laughter and law involved.
You sure better be.
He talks about hilarious news cases.
Well, some of it could be a face away from the microphone, and
like the lingerie league football stuff. We watched that together, and it's absolutely amazing. Top-notch guy, top-notch commentary.
Hi, Rabbit.
Super guy. Make sure you get over and subscribe to Ozzy Overlord. You will not be disappointed. He's criminally undersubscribed, criminally underwatched, criminally undersupported, and shame on you if you haven't already subscribed to Ozzy Overlord. Keep Megan Fox in check. Are you drunk?
Sub to me, I'm gonna cry.
All right. For the 8th time.
Oh, Judge Maddie's here too.
He was, I think.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cough directly into the mic.
Yep. No.
Theater face. Oh, I forgot Doggo Cam. There's Yoda's private bits. All right.
Ew.
Theater face.
Theater face.
All right, we're going to be talking about the
Did he just say theater face?
Jane Doe, aka Owens, and Dave Neal case. For those of you who don't know anything about this, you're in for a wild ride. Clayton Echard, he was a bachelor on the show The Bachelor. He was one of the bachelors. He finishes that.
Good night, Rabbit.
A realtor license, ends up getting involved in this person that we like to call Jane Doe because it's funny and we don't have to mention her name. And if you wanted to mention her name, it would be Laura Owens.
Yeah, why?
So we just call her Jane Doe. She seems to have forced herself into Clayton Echard's life. They hook up one night only. According to him, and undisputed by her, engages in 2 incidences of oral copulation. Blowjobs. He gets 2 blowjobs in one night from Jane Doe.
And she's pregnant with twins.
And then shortly thereafter, mere days after, she lets him know that she is pregnant.
Thank you, Legendary Racing.
New member of the grounds crew. Also,
this man who got a blowjob has impregnated a woman with tonsil twins, with Schrodinger's kids.
Thanks, Deanna.
With any other euphemism you want to call them. Mouth hugs, as we've been told, mouth hugs, blowjobs, tonsil twins, Schrodinger's
that's so
kids.
Nice.
Somehow,
that was so nice. Thank you, Legendary.
With his tonsil twins. From two blowies on a May 20th, I believe was the date evening.
5 memberships for McKinley.
Well, She sues him for like parental rights.
Hey, thank you, Brandon.
Child support, all of this shit. And he's like, hey, you ain't pregnant. We done nothing to get you pregnant. Nothing. And he's fighting tooth and nail to make sure he gets some sort of judgment or decision saying that one of two things: either she was never pregnant, or two, that even if she was pregnant, it was not his. She submitted sonograms that were literal copies of 7-year-old sonograms on YouTube where names and dates were changed. The timestamp never moved.
Brandon.
She's been accused of being very good at arts and crafts and the manufacturing evidence. She showed up at a hearing that she didn't know was being.
You don't have to do that, Brandon.
In November, where she apparently had a fake baby bump her. I mean, like at one point she's like a baby bump, a little moon bump as they call them, which Meghan Markle allegedly had at one point. But she's like adjusting the moon bump to where it like covers her tit once and all this. It's bad. And one day we might watch that. But anyway, all of this is going on with Clayton Echard's case. He's defending himself against these charges of tonsil twins. She's not releasing any medical information. She won't. There's been 3 paternity tests taken. The first one found little or no fetal DNA. The third one, little or no fetal DNA. The second one was apparently lost in the mail. The fourth one she refused to take. She refused to take it further. She hasn't released any of her medical information. She hasn't released anything to prove that she was ever pregnant. She made a motion to dismiss her case against Echard, and Echard's like, "Whoa, no way! We're not going to let you get off the hook that easy. I want a definitive judgment saying that you were never pregnant, or I was not downloading a fucking update. You were pregnant." So all of that is going on while Dave Neal, who is a Bachelor reporter, he does Bachelor Nation. He reports on issues relating to the Bachelor. He's been covering this trial. I mean, not trial, this case. He's been covering this case. And she started coming after him as well.
Wait, how did you say hi to Laura?
As he's working through this case,
I'm going to pause this. I'm going to pause this real quick.
It's not my computer, is it?
Because my damn. No. It's mine probably. I'm just taking a minute here.
T-Bone does not bother me. Oh wait. Can they hear me still?
Just pause it real quick. Yeah, they should be able to. Pull it back up.
I know. Deanna, I know.
Echard is not the first victim of her. And as my previous videos, Dave Neal's video, Dave Neal comedian here on YouTube, Clayton Echard is in fact victim number 5. Victim number 5.
Yeah, that's crazy. That chick is crazy.
People.
Yeah, she's nuts.
For sure.
Reporting all of this, and then she files a lawsuit against him, a harassment lawsuit, and he's forced to answer it. And this thing was supposed to go. There was supposed to be a hearing on like a couple of days on like Thursday, like 2 days ago, I believe. There was supposed to have been a hearing. But Dave, being an upstanding guy, being a decent human being, whose wife is 7 months pregnant, he's got other things to worry about. He's got other financial concerns.
Wait, who has a wife?
Wrapped up into this. She makes his offer to withdraw the case.
Dave
He accepts.
The latest victim of
all right, I got bigger things to worry about.
Yeah.
I got to,
in the Clayton Echard case. I don't know if you heard about that. So Megan Fox has been covering it, where he was on The Bachelor. Apparently, he hooked up with some tramp in Arizona, somewhere around there, and she gave him a couple of BJs one night. And then
and she claimed she got pregnant. Right, his twins. I saw all that, but who is now pregnant?
Yes. Well, she sued Dave Neal. Well, no, she sued Dave Neal because he covers all this stuff. He covers Bachelor stuff. And so
I saw that on Megan Fox's channel.
Yes, she talked about it
Okay.
today. And so he had signed an agreement, basically a settlement with her, and she was going to dismiss the case anyway, but signed it. He apologized for any, basically saying he would not engage in any, I guess, threatening messages or anything like that, which he had never done, apparently. But then as soon as he signed that, then like the next day, like today or yesterday, she then puts a post on Medium, which I guess is like a blogging website, and claiming that one of his viewers had like reached out and threatened her, and it's really sus because it looks like she could be the one actually running that account,
Yeah, she probably
claiming
is.
talking.
She's
Yeah, she probably
real
was.
crazy.
Yeah, and so that's
Okay.
why Megan was covered today, and she had Dave Neal on today. So
Okay,
feel
I'll
free
I'll
to give
feel
me a
free,
control.
Legendary Racing. I will feel free.
Sounds
Deception.
like a deal. You gonna be at Dollywood?
No. No, no,
You're
I'm
not gonna,
not.
yeah, because I think
Nope.
Legendary's gonna make it. So
Oh, really? Nope. I try to
I
stay
think
away from
so.
real
He's
life.
talked about it.
No, I'm
Well, it's
definitely not gonna be
Expert
there.
is doing a big get together. So
I know. I know, and I was like, when I first got into this, I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm totally gonna go to that." But then recently, I've had more kind of, like, situations where that just make me think like, "Nah, not gonna do that." You know what I mean?
well, we're planning on the problem is like I've got 4 people to bring there, so
Exactly, and, like,
it's not
I
just
have my
me.
daughter, so what would I even like, what would I do with her? I mean, she could stay with my parents, I guess, but I don't know. Hey, Brandon, thank you. Brandon just over here
Just- he is
doing
throwing it
things.
down today. He's throwing it down today. Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm,
but I feel like
here's another one.
anybody could go to that Dollywood thing, right? Like, any lurker that we don't talk to all the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what my wife is really, she's like, bringing the kids or whatever. She's like, no, we're
No,
you're
no.
gonna scope everybody out before anybody sees the kids. So,
Yeah, for sure.
and
Yeah, and I
they're
just
not
feel
going
like
to the Friday Night Live. So
yeah, no. I just feel like going in person to things like that, like, especially me being by myself and stuff, that's just people get unalived that way, you know? Just saying.
yeah, yeah.
But you're a dude, so you'll be fine.
Well, I mean, I've got other people. I got my wife and kids with me too. So
Yeah, that's why I may not risk
we're
it
good.
if I were you. Maybe don't go.
Well, I
What
mean, right
Danish
now we're
guy?
planning on it. Of course, our
Oh,
old,
Baker.
almost 18-year-old cat has gotten sick. So
Oh
she was at the
no.
vet today. She's got kidney problems, and so she's been doing really good up until like a couple of days ago. And she got sick, and I think she's been missing the litter box,
Oh
and so we
no.
brought her in today, and of course they did blood work, and like, yeah, her kidney function is, some of the levels are so bad they're not even registering. So they did kind of a subcutaneous IV like injection of fluid, and gave her an injection for her arthritis. So she's sleeping in the mess in our bedroom closet, but I don't know how much longer she's gonna be hanging on.
Yeah,
So
and you gotta, like, be
eh,
around to take care of her, right?
yeah, and that's for the last couple of years we've always worried about going to the store, and just think in the back of my mind we may come home and she'd just be gone. Um, because she likes to kind of sleep in the closet or find a place away and sleep, which is what they do. They go and hide when they're getting ready to pass. And so we're always like, well, we can't find her. We're like, oh crap. No, Jeff is not
Oh,
done.
yeah,
I was pausing.
and
We'll
that
talk.
and
Got
dogs
more.
dogs
I
do that.
got better things to spend my money on
Dogs do
than
that when
you.
they're
I got
ready to
my kid
Yeah.
coming. We got
Oh.
all this stuff. And she said, okay, I will agree. Essentially, this is a nutshell. I will agree to withdraw my lawsuit against you if you sign this statement saying you will not encourage people to commit bodily harm against me. And while people are saying, oh, you should go to trial, you should take her to the limit, he's like, look, I got other things to consider. I got financial obligations. I got a 7-month pregnant wife. I got other things to do. This is essentially the same as asking me to
What?
sign an agreement saying
Damn
I
it,
won't
Deanna's
murder
getting
you.
bad.
ignored.
Okay, I got no problem with that. He's never encouraged
But it's not.
anyone to do anything against this
No.
woman.
Tilly,
No, what is mean?
He's in fact explicitly told.
Wait a second. I'm going to restart my StreamYard. But no, Deanna, we're not in. I'll be right back.
ooh, I don't want the bacon crumbled on top though, Hal 9000. No bacon for me. Could you take the bacon off and then I'll have some? Yes, please. No, not necessarily. I wasn't so much trying to make it seem like that. He was just saying he was considering going, and I said there's too many, crazy people that like unalive, and I just didn't want him to feel super paranoid. I am a criminal defense attorney, and I represent mostly men. So I know it's not just
is
men
awesome.
that do the bad stuff. And who said unaliving someone was bad? Maybe sometimes they deserved it.
To not do anything to this woman. Name. He refers to Laura Owens as Jane Doe. And I call her Jane Doe too as well, because that's how he handed the case to me. And I think it's funny. And I think it's hilarious that we won't even say her name. But so there we go. She served law talk with Mike.
MG Law.
With
Yes,
a
she did.
cease and desist order, which he found
Tilly
hilarious.
says thank you for covering last
Properly
night.
pilloried her for.
Yeah, what's
But
up?
so eventually, Dave Neal, the day before, so Thursday was the
Hold on,
hearing.
how do I-
Wednesday, he signs this settlement agreement with her. You withdraw and I don't know the exact details, but he signs this settlement agreement saying, agreeing for her to withdraw her lawsuit against him if he agrees not to encourage people to commit bodily harm.
Bitter.
Signed Thursday, the judge dismisses the case. Everybody celebrates because we think this shit is over for Dave Neal. We think it's over, but it's not.
No, we knew it was not over.
It's not Snorri Dog over there in the corner. It's
What is
not
this?
over because minutes after the judge dismisses this case,
This is my
she
first
rears her
wrencch.
head again.
10 more legally live.
This case
memberships.
against Dave Neal in relation to the Jane Doe
Yes.
What?
Clayton Eckert case that we thought she has gone to medium.com, which is apparently some sort of amalgamation. It's a place where anybody can upload articles about anything.
Expert's situation was weird
regardless
tonight,
of how
y'all.
stupid or ridiculous they are. She uploads a new article.
He didn't stream
Please,
tonight.
Philly. Yeah, he
uploads
did.
this new article. Oh, and by the way, for
Super
those of you
late.
keeping score at home, suddenly after
Shit,
He's streaming right now, I think.
week mark, she
I
said,
think he's streaming right now.
Suddenly I'm not. She got a new lawyer. Her old lawyer, she's like, hey, peace out. I'm out of this weird fucking case. New lawyer comes in, and the day she gets a new lawyer, they announce she's no longer pregnant. She doesn't say.
Pause it again real quick. I know everybody wants to watch Jeff, but yeah, it's his, like, several of them had birthdays this month.
Yeah.
And so they were all meeting together, like Texas Jen and I think Vegas Rick
The expert,
was
Carrie.
in, a bunch of them were. So they were all meeting up and they were going to go to the venue in Knoxville that they're going to do for the Dollywood Friday Night Live. And try to do a Friday Night Live from there tonight, which apparently they started late because I thought for some reason.
And they also didn't do it from that location.
Yeah,
they
were
didn't.
Supposed to, but it may be
Yeah,
too
no.
busy. Who knows?
People were like all over the place, I think. I don't know if they were all in the same place. It looked like Valhalla and his wife were on their porch, and it looked like that Vegas guy was inside one of their rooms. Like inside one of
Could be. Yeah, it could be.
Expert's rooms
Could
that
be.
they use, but Expert wasn't on when I was there.
Well,
Hi,
Vegas Rick and
everybody.
Expert are like really close. So
Yeah, I had never heard of that guy before. And so I was just sitting there like, what is happening? And then I saw you were live. And so I
stream
came over
something
here.
next. Yeah, once Jeff is done, well, if Expert's still going with Street Night stuff next.
Yeah.
But yeah, Expert and Vegas Rick are close. Yeah. So I'm not surprised that he's staying with them.
Say if it was a miscarriage,
and he's close friends with Volstorm.
There's no explanation. She just says she's no longer
and Valhalla.
She's no longer pregnant and wants to withdraw the case.
Hi, Mustang.
A little bit fishy. But anywho, so all this gets settled with Dave Neal. He's happy. He's like, okay, I can just sit here, no longer have to worry about this shit with my wife, my 7-month pregnant wife, just nurse her through, just take care of her until the baby's born. We do all this stuff, kumbaya, everything is great. Well, then one day ago, yesterday, on this medium.com where anybody can upload anything, a new article from her emerges. Laura Owens, the night things changed. So what we thought was initially some mouth conceptions has turned into something. This case with Dave Neal is settled. He signed an agreement saying he will never encourage people to do horrible, bad things to her. He signs it. The judge dismisses the case. It's done. But then suddenly, out of the blue, she uploads this argument like right after everything was settled and dismissed. The night things changed.
How drunk is
I've been forced, says
Jeff.
Me or
Laura
Jeff?
Owens.
Jeff.
Laura Owens.
He said more. He said more than I have.
There in her own name, so we're going to say her fucking name in relation to this article. Laura Owens.
Yeah.
Puts this out here. I've been forced to break
I would figure
the
next couple within the next couple of weeks, Legendary.
I wish I could do Megan Fox's.
I think they want to do it.
But I can't use my soundboard here right now. I've been forced to break my silence.
Oh yeah.
Last night, something happened that I never imagined would be part of my reality. Threats against me and those I hold dear were articulated with chilling specificity. Chilling specificity and malice, all stemming from a smear campaign orchestrated by a content creator who has turned my life into a spectacle for profit. This can only be referring to Dave Neal, with whom she's settled her case hours before this shit.
Yes, she posted on a website on Medium.com.
Hours before this shit.
Claiming that Dave Neal's
she was waiting. She was planning. The wording that there's no question in my mind. The wording she used in that settlement that you can,
is it Laura Olson or something like that?
Laura Owens commit bodily harm against me, whatever that shit was, whatever the exact language was. That wording, she specifically incorporated that in because she was planning to release this shit.
Mustang, you don't know who Legal Vices is?
No doubt in my mind. That's the way this went down. Have her put that wording in, sign it off, and then immediately she's going to start writing about shit that happened that immediately contradicts and goes against the terms of that settlement.
What did Deanna say?
No doubt in my mind. So all this specificity, there's these all right, threats against me and those I hold dear were articulated with chilling specificity and malice. Specificity and malice. All stemming from a smear campaign.
Legal Vices. Oh, wait, you don't know who I am?
Who has turned my life into a spectacle for profit. Crazy.
Never mind.
I'll find you and all my N-words will shoot you.
Oh, the woman.
Justice
Laura Owens.
Yeah.
She's nuts.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dave. Oh, it must be Dave Neal. Justice for Daveneal. Name of content creator. No question. Dave Neal's fame. Dave Neal's name fits squarely in that Justice for Dave Neal
for the defamation by implication.
So, crazy cunt,
for
I'll
sure.
find you and all my N-words will shoot you. Justice for Dave Neal. Content creator. One message read, another anonymously targeting my mother. These threats were not mere acts of internet cruelty.
Nights
they were the direct outcome of his relentless use
I
of
could
my
do the
story for
afternoons and you
financial
could do the
gain.
night.
Well, fuck yeah, he's using
No.
your case for financial
Trial
gain.
streaming's
It's
terrible.
a public story involving public charges in a public
I
court
do it, but
by
usually it's
people of the public.
after the
Public
trial's
people are
done.
interested in this, and why the hell
So-
would you talk about this on YouTube if you're not interested in in financial gain? I'm talking about this fucking case because I want financial gain from it. How's that? Of course I want financial gain from talking about this. The safety of my family, once taken for granted, is now compromised. I have a special set of skills. I will find you. Our lives are overturned by a narrative spun by a total stranger. 6 months of turmoil.
Yes.
For
it
6
does.
excruciating months, this content creator has been the
It's not my
conductor
fault.
of a relentless
It
Expert
does,
in
though.
Valhalla.
pulling
It does
strings
take
expert
you
in
so
Valhalla.
long.
Geppetto and painting me as a villain in a story so twisted from reality is unrecognizable. Well, one of the stories is twisted from reality. I don't think it's Dave's. He has made videos about me at least once daily and sometimes more than that. Good for
then
you,
I'll do
Dave.
it.
Monetize the fuck out of this. He has leveraged lies sourced from those with vendettas against me. Men I have restraining orders against, and men who have restraining orders against you, I might add, you crazy. Anyway, and told their stories as if they were the victims.
Yeah. She's
You know
nuts.
why?
She really is.
They were the victims.
Who's Potter?
They were the victims. He spun these fabrications into hundreds of
I
hours
do
of
remember
content
that. We watched that.
with each video.
Is that the
each
night the dude
post,
got away,
not just
too?
an attack on my reputation, but a
Yes.
considerable source of revenue
Yes.
for him. And good
Yeah.
fucking on you,
It
Dave.
How does that happen?
Good on you, Dave Neal. Good
That was
on
crazy.
you, Dave Neal. Monetize this for as much as you can squeeze out of this shit. If she walks away
Brandon,
tomorrow, if she
who
says,
is
okay,
Potter?
I really want to withdraw this case.
Oh, no,
you
no,
don't
no.
She's
want
the
me- I
one
will
that
do anything
mistook her
it takes.
taser for
I will
her-
admit that I was
mistook
never
her
pregnant.
gun
And
for
what
her-
I will
happened
admit
to
you,
her?
even if I
Like,
was pregnant,
did she get
with a father,
convicted?
I will do whatever
Convicted.
it takes to get this
Yeah.
trial removed. And this trial is
And so how
dismissed.
long is she
Dave
doing?
Neal's got nothing further to comment on this case. He's
Mm,
got nothing.
I don't remember.
But as long as she's
That
talking,
sucks.
Dave,
But
go
it
for
seems
it.
like she didn't get
Probably
enough.
prison,
the
Tilly.
shit out of this case.
That it seems like
God
her,
bless you, brother. And you know
her
what? You're
sentence was not
monetizing the
worth
shit out of this.
appealing.
I'm
So she
going to
ended up
ride
getting
your
out.
coattails. I'm going to monetize
So, like,
your
really quickly
or
monetization
something?
as much
Basically,
as
it
I
was-
possibly
yeah.
can
Yeah.
because I am also a grifter. So,
Okay, I'll stop
So-
responding in chat.
Dave, keep
Watch
going so
this.
I can keep going. That's all I'm saying. Love you, Dave Neal. We'll have Dave Neal on again.
Oh shit! I just hit pause. Somebody
I
said
was
to
worried,
pause, Jeff.
Flash fan.
What's up, Illy fan? Yeah, she got she had already served, of course, a couple of years pending trial, but like her sentence, she got out after a couple more years, so it wasn't worth appealing it.
A couple of
because
years? That wasn't even that long ago, was
she
it?
would be- yeah, I think she's already out. I think so.
Time
yeah,
served
she served
plus
an additional 16 months. Yeah,
60 months? 60 months
16
is a long
what it looks
time.
like.
Oh, 16.
Looks like
Oh, but
16,
she probably
something
got
like
3
that.
for 1 credit for, like when you're in jail, you can get
Yeah.
3 for 1 credit. So
Yeah, and she's been
I
she's
can't
out. So.
math. Yeah, so that's good. But that sucks. I guess she cannot be a police officer again.
I guess not. I don't know.
I mean, that kind of is a big F up, though. I mean, I'm also
Well,
a liberal,
I
but
mean,
grabbing your taser instead of your gun, like that, They
Well, but
they
I
don't
mean,
even.
in that moment, when you're dealing with that type of
Yeah, she can be
issue,
human.
that high
Sure.
stress, I sorry, but as a law enforcement officer, you're taught to eliminate threats,
For
and
sure, but I
so
just think, like, maybe if you've already shown that you, like, can't deal under pressure as well as what is expected of you, then it might be better for you to not go back into law
but
enforcement, you
that
know
could
what I
have been
mean?
anyone though. It is She's not the only one that's happened to, and they really want to push these less than lethal options. But I'm sorry, you're gonna f around with a cop and resist, or come across as threatening, you're gonna end up getting shot. And it's just, you don't fight. You don't If you're getting arrested, you're gonna fight it with the judge. Don't try to fight the cop. Uh-oh, McKinley's gone. What happened to McKinley? She just Oh no, what happened? You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Hello.
There we go. All right.
Dude, my Rodecaster just took over and switched it reversed my input and output. So I heard nothing of what you said.
Yeah. I was just saying, it happens with that sort of stress. I mean, you're looking at somebody who's under fire, for under stress, with a potentially physical or deadly situation, and they want to push these less than lethal options. And I'm not sure that cops should have to be forced to use the less than lethal option first. You're going to mix them up. I mean, it's going to
No,
happen.
for
She's
sure
human.
not. They shouldn't be forced to use it first if they really feel that their life is in danger. But when you mix up the two, that's when I have a problem with it, because then I don't want you to make that mistake
Well,
again. And
it's
like,
I understand, but I mean, it's that situation is in that situation. I mean, it's completely understandable if it gets mixed up, because you're
it is
thinking,
understandable
I've got to
for sure.
protect my life, and you're reaching and grabbing, and it could be, who knows, maybe she had, and I didn't watch the trial. It could be that you're thinking it's, if somebody's right-handed, they're probably going to put their taser on the right side, so that maybe they grab it first. But it could be, maybe she decided, I want it on my left side because I'm right-handed. You want your gun on your strong side, and you just automatically grab it instead of the
Yeah,
taser.
you know
I
what,
haven't
Tilly,
watched the
I
trial,
haven't
but
watched I have not watched the trial, and so I probably should before I say anything. But was it not a cross draw situation to begin with, Brandon?
yeah, he's saying
Because
that, he's saying,
if it
like in New
wasn't,
York City, they're all cross draws on tasers. So their weak side is where their taser is,
that's kind of
and
crazy.
so, yeah,
Except that
which
I would think if you were planning on using a taser first, I would want it to be on your weak side, because that means you believe you have more time. If you need to draw your gun, you don't have as much
but the
time. So
problem
you
is,
need to.
if they're being pushed to use the non lethal first, you don't want it on that side. You
I
don't want
Nah,
it on the weak side.
I can't get on board with that though. I want the
I don't think that,
option that won't save their life on the weak side. For sure.
well, but I'm
Legally,
sorry,
live
but
super chat. What are you
the
talking
officer
about?
has a right to defend themselves too, and so,
No, for sure they do.
you know,
Absolutely. And that's
you
the
know,
other thing. Like, I don't even know what that case was or that
I
situation.
don't even. Yeah,
I
she pulled
just
her
like,
taser instead of her
I
gun,
hate
but
that.
to me,
No,
don't
she
even carry the damn
pulled the
tasers.
gun instead of the taser. Exactly. That's the thing that I hate, is like, I don't like that the narrative of it was supposed to be the taser was ever
Hmm.
out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Okay. We
that's
can
the
go back
problem. Is
to
Yeah.
Jeff.
We are
To the
now
weak.
We're
fearing
way
the
behind now.
real world consequences of your actions and are absolutely
speed 'em up.
terrified. Waiting on calls back from both Phoenix PD and Scottsdale PD. Please stop making videos about me and my family and delete what you posted. We are terrified. She says in all caps. Sorry to do that. I just had to do that. Indifference and inaction. Yet the content creator's response.
Oh no,
"How the
we've
fuck
been
long
caught,
is this
Island.
shit?" Okay, good. I just saw that the scroll bar was suspiciously not moving. All right, we don't have much. All caps, quite rude. Don't wake Yoda.
Do you
Nothing
see
will wake
this?
Yoda. All right.
Because like,
let's go.
oh, that's got to be Brandon,
Oh no.
right? Is that Brandon?
Indifferent and inaction. Yet the content creator's response, or rather lack thereof, because he just sent it to spam mail because he doesn't want to fucking talk to you, was a stark
Well.
testament to where his priorities lie. Despite undeniable proof he received my email, he publicly dismissed it, choosing
Is
instead
that
to
really
embolden his
him?
followers further, saying, "We get enraged and we do something about it."
That is legal
Yeah,
vices.
brother.
He got you.
Like he's Hulk fucking Hogan. Hulk Hogan doesn't wear skinny jeans. I'm just saying that. Sorry, Dave. I
But
had to call
you're
Sorry,
you're
Dave, I had to
sniping
call you
him
out this
too.
week.
Why didn't he get you?
You were wearing skinny jeans. We get enraged and we.
He's we're way behind. I don't know how
Okay,
far
hold
behind
on.
we are.
Oh, it's not
I
Brandon.
don't
It's
either.
Creator's response.
What's up?
Oh
Because
my
he just
God,
sent it to
what?
spam mail because he doesn't want to fucking
We,
talk to
we
you.
fell behind, Jeff.
Where his priorities lie. Despite undeniable proof he received
Oh,
my
no,
email,
what's
he publicly
happening?
dismissed
All
it,
right, so-
choosing
Is that really him?
We get
It's really
enraged.
him.
and we
We've
do
reached
something
That's
about it.
terrible.
Legal
levels
vices. He
here.
got you.
I hear an echo.
Hulk Hogan doesn't wear.
We've reached inception levels here.
What's up?
But you're
Sorry,
you're
Dave, I had to
sniping
call you
him
out this
too.
week.
Why didn't he? Get
This is
you?
all
You were
Brandon's
working.
fault, Jeff.
We get
It's
enraged.
all
It's a
Brandon's
triple
fault.
snipe stream.
We're way behind. I don't know how far
Okay,
behind
hold
we
on.
are.
Oh, it's not
I
Brandon.
don't
It's
either.
Creator's response.
What's up?
Dude, the Oh my echo's God, what? terrible.
Because he doesn't want to fucking talk to
We
you.
fell behind, Jeff.
Help! I've lost control of my stream.
Oh, no, what's
All right, so-
Choosing
Is that really him?
Yes, it's really legal vices. It really is.
That's
It's
terrible.
legal
We've
vices.
reached an echo levels
Here we
here.
go.
We're like
We've
reached an echo levels here.
This is all Brandon's fault, Jeff.
We get
It's
enraged.
all
It's a
Brandon's
Triple
fault.
snipe stream.
All
All right, I've got to bail on this because I can't deal with this
No, it's
anymore.
not
I don't
Brandon.
either.
Creator's response.
All right, I have to.
Dude, the echo's terrible.
He doesn't want to fucking talk to you.
We fell behind,
Dude,
Jeff.
the echo's terrible.
He doesn't want to fucking talk to you.
Yeah, it started a feedback there. That's crazy.
I've lost control of my stream. All right. Whew. I had to unintercourse myself there. That was getting a little too hard to follow. That was fun. All right. So we
Yep.
stream sniped this stream snipe that was stream sniping the stream snipe. I'm sure that's like illegal in at least 48
Pop more
states.
tabs.
I have no idea what's going on here. As you can tell, we've sort of kind of reached the end of, of our show today. Oh my Lord in heaven. All right. I have to get things set back up here. Oh, that's
Oh,
fun.
great.
That was so
And
embarrassing.
I've only lost like 10 subscribers since we started today. So I consider that a successful stream. If I've gone through an entire stream and I've only lost 10 subscribers, that's a win in my book. That's funny. Oh God. All right, people. Let me make sure we've got everything taken care of here. What do we have starred? All right, we got that. This is Let's Go Brandon started
I
this
just
all.
Big cider all
Legally
over
Wise
everything.
says, sorry for the stream. No, go ahead. This is hilarious. That's fun. There's no need to be
Oh.
sorry. We're 15 shots into this. Is hilarious.
Wait, what?
Oh man.
Dude, I have cider all over my.
Legally live. Let's Go Brandon. Just
Let's go back.
subscribe. That's a win in my book.
Wait, don't type wet in
Oh,
there.
God. All right, people. Let me make sure we got everything taken care of here. All right, we got that.
What?
This is Let's Go Brandon started this all.
No, I did not.
Legally
I
Live
didn't
says,
type
"Please
my
stream." No, go ahead. This is hilarious.
my security
That's fun.
code in there. I
There's no need to be
stopped the
sorry.
stream.
we're-
Stopped the screen.
15 shots into this is hilarious.
That's
MG
stupid.
Long
Wait,
says,
what? What are you talking
Legally
about?
Live, I've now subscribed to you. You are awesome. Everybody, go on over to Legally. clearly a good sport.
I have
MG
it
Law, I don't know,
pulled
he's a
up.
shady fuck. Do what you want with him. No, seriously. MG Law, subscribe to him. Subscribe to Legally Live. Let's Go Brandon just informed me of her channel, so I'm now
Oh,
subscribed. To
Brandon.
that's awesome. You guys are fun.
Obviously,
Thank you
you
so much for the entertainment
informed
right here at the end. Oh, that was fun. All right. Oh, MG Law also feeling penitent. Repent. It's the Brandon Collective's fault. You're the best, Jeff. Thank you for everything you do. No, MG Law, you're the best. Thank you for everything you do. You're awesome. And Brandon is the king shit stirrer. All right, there we go. Make sure you guys go to MG Law and Legally Live and subscribe.
Thanks, Brandon.
Oh
He's
my
gonna
lord!
like go back and he's gonna go back and see that I've been streaming
It is so bad.
2 hours.
It's so bad.
The whole night.
She just will not let go. I don't know. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah,
But,
it's
my 2 hour stream
was
was 4 hours
Brandon's
and 5
idea.
minutes to this point.
I've
got shit
he
to
even
do.
put it in Jeff's chat. He's
I
like,
gotta try
"Hey,
to unfuck my
MG,
audio
you could
problems.
you
So
could
now is
stream
kind of the time to
Snipe
end.
Jeff
I have no idea how to
getting
end this other than
drunk
saying,
while you
"Mods,
get
thank you for
drunk."
putting up with this insanity.
And I said,
I
"Hey,
have no
that's
idea
a
No,
what
great
that
idea."
was a
Yeah,
really
do
good
that.
idea, though. That was
People
really
in chat,
smart.
You are the greatest chat. Chat is the best.
It is.
Legal Vices,
I-
Vice Squad chat.
I
is
always-
hands
Oh,
down
man.
the
I
best
always
chat on
ask
the internet.
him for
I'm curious. Right now,
content ideas,
what do we have? We have 313
and he never
concurrent
gives them to
viewers.
me.
Let me go over here to YouTube.
Oh,
Ricada has 1.8 thousand watchers, and he's got a bajillion more. I think per capita, I have better streams than him. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, chat. You are the
Gonna
greatest
send
chat
him over
ever,
to
and thank you so
Nick.
much for everybody that
Per capita.
super chatted.
so it's time to
Man,
stream
that was-
Snipe Nick
It's
or
absolutely
expert.
invaluable. I appreciate every single
Who are
thing.
you?
You guys are doing anything on your first day after.
Wait,
you know where you
what?
are, but you- And I do not take that for granted. I graciously accept it. And a weird, super thanks to that
Send him an
for
invite
the
to
insanity
stream
he got me
Snipe
involved in.
himself.
With the 15 shots I put away. That's gonna hit me real soon. But thank you so much, Brandon, for being a super supporter.
Hit you real soon. It's been
You've
hitting
been
him
awesome
all
person.
damn night.
Appreciate all of you from the $400 super chats down to the lowest super chats, the 99-cent stickers. You are all important, and it all represents a sacrifice you make. I appreciate it.
Well,
Closing
and
us out for the day. Let's go,
Jeff
Brandon. You're
a
capitulating like a
message earlier if
broken
he
Jim
wanted
Cramer.
any company
That's
while
funny.
Brandon
A
tried to
broken
kill
Jim
him.
Cramer circle.
Like
That's
a
actually
Jim
funny.
Cramer.
All right, thank you so
Holy
much. I'm out of
shit.
here. I gotta go hit the bathroom.
Wait,
Mods,
what?
Chat support.
Oh, that's
What is
awesome.
that? Who is
That's
that?
great. Like Jim Cramer, who he's on a he's like a stock market.
Oh, does he
dumbass
do
who thinks he
finance?
knows
Yeah.
everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, he's annoying.
Yeah. And yeah, he kept saying that, like if it was it Goldman's, it wasn't Goldman Sachs. One of those Lehman Brothers was strong and it was going to do great. It was no trouble at all. Buy it. And within days it collapsed and the whole market collapsed. And so
Well, that seems like a
he
dickhead
just-
thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, he's a damn shill for all of them. So we can try again. I'm going to who else we could stream Snipe Nick, or we could stream Snipe maybe the expert if he's still going. I don't know if he's done. Expert finished.
Yeah, I figured that wasn't going to last long because it was really awkward. Wait, McKinley committed alcohol abuse. Oh, because I spit out my drink everywhere, all over everything. I really did. The computer, the screen. That was just too funny.
I thought it was Lehman Brothers, was it not?
I feel
I
like
thought it was Lehman Brothers.
but I think you said
Yeah,
Goldman Sachs or something, didn't you?
Well, initially
No?
I did, but it's Lehman Brothers or Bear Stearns. Okay, Bear Stearns. I knew it was one of those two that went tits up, and so he really shielded for him, and oh shit, Vegas Rick hit the end button by accident on expert.
I had to unintercourse myself there. That was
Oh wait, so are they coming back or no?
so too hard to follow.
Because we could definitely
I
stream
don't know.
snipe them.
All right, so we stream snipe.
Yeah,
the
he
stream
worked
snipe
for
that was
Goldman.
stream sniping the stream.
Stream snipe.
You must have Vices up. Do you have Vices stream up?
Yeah, why?
I have no
Oh, he's
Because I can
playing.
hear it.
How can you
it.
hear that? I couldn't
Oh,
even
I
hear
can-
that.
I can hear it. That's all I know.
Had it
Yeah.
been playing the whole time or just now?
It just started a few seconds ago.
That is so weird. I could not hear it. My computer is crazy.
Yeah, it just happened. I know Jeff is pretty much. Yeah, I heard it. So Jeff should be done at this point. Yeah, and I don't know if he's going over to to Ricada's stream.
Does he usually go there?
He's probably going to go to bed. He does that a lot. If he rated him, then he'll do that. Yeah.
Oh, is that the
he has to be
appropriate
broken by
like
now.
thing to do?
Well, I can't.
Heck is whack.
There are a lot of nights where I can't. When I would like, hey, he's streaming, but I can't do it. So we can snipe him.
Yeah, well, I feel like he might get mad.
No, Nick
14th
doesn't give a
Amendment.
shit at all.
Okay,
Section
cool.
3 becomes
Stream
self-executing
snipe.
He doesn't care at all.
is a dead section of the
I really
amendment
hope he
that
doesn't
applies
do the same
one
thing
time.
Vices did, though, because that was
They do
awful.
write it down so it's ambiguous for justices have to determine what they
What?
mean, but that is a killer fuck.
What was
What?
that? What?
No, I just said
You
I
said
hope he
something
doesn't
about
do
what
the
Vices
same.
did?
Yeah, I said I hope he doesn't do the same thing that Vices did because that was awful. Like when we had the echo ×3 going on.
Yeah. No, he's not going to pull.
couldn't
me up.
concentrate.
Shit.
Okay, good.
He's not going to pull. He knows that I somewhat exist because I
Yeah,
have been
we don't want-
backstage with him once, and we had a long.
Oh, really?
Like us and Expert had a long conversation about the whole Comicsgate shit that went right as it was starting with Eric.
No, I've
July
never
and
been
Nick
Inception.
Masterson and all this stuff. And so we had a couple of hour chat backstage one time with Reloaded and what's her face, Surly Durley, Jessica, the two Jessicas. And so
I don't know who that is.
she's changed her name now. It was
Like Jessica
was
Reloaded
Waifu
or
Crown.
something.
It was Jessica Reloaded and Waifu Crown.
Argument. Here's why I
So-
didn't include the
Okay,
president because the president
Okay, so
means
they said
his rights
Vices
against
in
the
chat.
United
Oh, let me pull up his
States
chat.
in the Civil
Duh.
War. And that's the only people they're talking about.
So
And
then
this
on
amendment's
oh.
this provision of the amendment is completely fucking dead.
Skip to
Please
lives
stay
though.
away from
Skip
it
to lives,
and
so we'll
cancel
know
right
what's
now.
going on.
There he
Oh my
is.
God, Ketanji Brown Jackson lays it out in her question.
I am.
We go. Right after that, I just have to say, here is a word from our wonderful sponsor. Look, guys,
Sponsor.
they've sponsored the show forever.
Who has sponsors?
They're a great company. This is
This
Field of
guy.
Greens.
This guy has sponsors.
Com. You know them, you love them. Fieldofgreens.com promo code knows. How appropriate that the promo
There
code
we
for
go.
a powdered product is nose.
He's not going to stream
But I
snipe
assure
me
you it
anyway.
is surely
No,
incidental.
no, no.
Do
Risky.
not
He's not.
huff Field of Greens powder into your nostrils.
I've
You
sniped him
probably
before and he didn't say anything. So
need to call an ambulance.
doing the old Field of Greens. Gonna
Or
have to snipe
you should
from
be
Rumble soon.
committed because
Yeah, I might have to do Rumble
Ah!
Studios. to
Don't
snipe.
do that. in
Half
your bed.
Irish.
Pour
That's
it in
that's not really
your
half Irish,
Need
right? In the stream
about
that said you're
8
being
to 12 to
sniped
16
by
ounces
friends of
liquid.
MLS.
That can
What is
all
that?
be bourbon. And then you put in
Oh
one
shit,
scoop
that
of
is
Field
half
of Greens,
Irish.
you
Yes.
shake it up like
That
a
is
baby
half
in China,
Irish.
and then you drink that, and it is glorious. It is tasty. It is delicious. It
Yes, the mini
delivers
chainsaw
one
sponsor
serving of
is
fruit and one
that's an
serving
awesome
of
one.
vegetables into your body. It is not fruit.
Oh,
and
yeah, he'll be going to
vegetable
Rumble soon?
extracts.
Yeah,
It
I'll
is
have
not
to
oils
switch
or
over to
pastes
Rumble
or
and
some
snipe
sort
from
of
there.
synthetic bullshit. It is
Yeah,
just
it's
the
probably
best
easier.
good
It's half Irish.
plants ground up like pedophiles and put into your drink so it can get into your body and give you the health
What's
benefits
titty
that
milk?
just having a balanced diet
I,
provides.
What is that
If
for
you're like
real?
me,
I don't know, but something about something
don't
with
have
breast
time.
milk.
to eat fruits and vegetables because you don't want to cook them, you don't want to cut them up, you gotta wash them. It's all disgusting. Just eat a steak. And if you need
That
vegetables,
is
just
you,
eat a second
Half
steak.
Good night, Laura
But
Cox.
if you want
Thank
to
you
get some
so much
actual
for
fruits and
hanging
vegetables
out.
into your
For
diet,
hanging out so much.
scoop up
Bye,
some Field of
Laura
Greens,
Cox.
drop it in your hot
Oh,
liquid or cold liquid.
I'm down
I
to.
know you.
I still owe
And
3.
drink it. And it's actually really fantastic. I'm not
Legal
gonna lie. I
Vices
love the
is in
product. I
here.
told them,
Still in-
I said, hey, would you be interested in
Legal Vices is in
you know,
here. Is
having
he?
this client or this product client, whatever,
He's
please
in-
sponsor your show? And I said, well,
I don't
send
know
me
why
some
that was
stuff.
so
I
embarrassing
like it.
for me a minute ago.
Tell people I like it. And if I don't like it, I'll tell
We're
them it's
having fun on a
trash.
Friday night,
But
Jeff.
they get sponsored if they want that message.
It's
Oh, and by
Brandon's
the way, they can't
fault.
ever hamper
It is
anything I want
Brandon's
to say.
fault.
I'm going
Uh-oh.
to say
Oh no,
what
no,
I'm
no, no,
gonna
no,
say
no, no.
about their product. And they sent it
Oh,
to me, and I
shit.
tried it, and I was like, you know what? This is actually quite good. You can put it in a whole bunch of
There's
stuff.
Brandon
I was
again.
jokingly saying put it in your liquor. Don't drink 8 ounces
know.
of liquor with a scoop of Field of Greens in it. That's horrifying. Have, like rum and Coke or
Oh.
whatever, and then put it in that.
You
That's
pee it in the
fine.
cat
That'll
box
probably
again?
taste gross. Don't do that.
No,
But you can
luckily I
add
have
Wait,
a
what is that?
bathroom right
vodka or
outside
whatever
this
you
room.
want to it. Try it out to your heart's content because it
I'll
will
be peeing in
increase
the cat.
your heart's health. And they do have a special actual
Is
guarantee.
what-
If you start
wait,
using
what?
Field of Greens, go to your doctor, get a checkup, use
What?
Field of Greens. If your health doesn't improve at your next
Yeah.
checkup, they have a
Sean
money-back
has a sponsor.
guarantee,
No, no, he
which
doesn't,
is kind
Tilly.
of crazy. That's how much faith they have in their
I
product
refuse to believe that.
to increase your health and improve your life. But don't take my word for it. Take mine. Try it out. It's good stuff. Use promo code NOSE. Get
Oh,
yourself a
man.
little bit of a discount on your first
Mm.
order and get
Yeah, I
yourself
still owe
addicted
3,
to
Jeff.
one more powder. I
Yeah,
like
do
to
them.
dissect women. Oh, wait. That was fieldofgreens.com. Promo code NOSE.
Oh,
Thank you for sponsoring the show. That was
Oh,
Super
le-
Chat.
Legal
No.
Vices was over there.
I like
Just
to
one.
dissect women. He says, help me out, Nick. Gay, and sober, or a shot of whiskey
So,
between
2 more.
things. Oh,
Wait,
you
why
know,
would Sean not
Jeez,
tell you what
dude,
titty
I
milk
will. And thank
is
you
if
for
they
the
were
very
sponsoring
generous
him?
Super chat. We're gonna do that shot of whiskey. We'll do the rumble transition, which means get ready.
That's
to
weird.
Have your stuff chopped off and shoved inside, and then I'll do a little bathroom break.
So much
We'll
funner.
play the song, and we'll be back for more oral in front of the Supreme Court. Cheers to you. I like to dissect women. You know what? Me too. Hashtag me
Good
too.
night, Flash Fan 85.
Salute, brother.
Good night, Flash fan. Thank you for being here.
I really hate taking whiskey as a shot. Thank you for that.
Yes, whiskey as a
Prefer to
shot
stick it, but I'm out of
sucks,
time.
but it's so
League
good.
of Vices says,
Same thing.
don't do it. You
Y'all,
got
I've
me for
never seen this
15
color
drinks,
super
don't do it.
chat.
No, but do it. I'm not going to drink 15 drinks.
It's
If he wants to
$50.
challenge me on that, he can try. But I'm not
That's
gonna do
my
it. Anyway,
this
we're gonna
pink
hit
color?
that rumble transition.
I did not know
I'll
that.
see
I
you
love
guys
that
later.
color.
The link to Rumble is in the description on YouTube. It is also in the pinned
They
chat.
should have made them
It's
all that
also
color.
on Twitter and locals, recadalaw.locals.com. If you don't know about it, check it out.
Now you got to go to Rumble.
We're gonna play this little stinger. We'll be local, or we'll be Rumble exclusive after that, and then
Oh, we
will
will.
return in just a minute after I go pee out this whiskey in the bathroom. I'll see you guys then.
Yes, he's awesome.
Peace. Peace.
I can stream it from Rumble if I really wanted to. I almost streamed to Rumble tonight, but I decided not to. Oh man.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, I can stream
Oh,
Snipe.
you mean you yourself almost streamed on Sniper?
No, I almost, because what I've done, because you can stream from StreamYard, you can do YouTube, Rumble,
Yeah.
League of Vices is hitting you up.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Oh, that is
It's
so
really-
nice.
yes. Get you. He got you.
That is so super
Jeff
nice.
Scott McKinley.
I've definitely never had this color before. I like it.
Yes.
I like it a lot.
Brandon did get me the whole super chat rainbow one night, which is awesome. Where you get all the colors.
What all colors are there? There's red, there's green, there's
blue,
yellow.
There's blue, green, yellow, red, pink, orange. I think
Orange.
I think
I
there's
have
like 6 or
never
7
seen
colors.
pink.
Oh, that's thank you so much, Brandon. I'm fine. You don't have to
Not Brandon,
do anything.
Vices.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much, Jeff. Yeah, Brandon, because I benefit from Brandon. He's such a good man, and you are,
Brandon is the
as I told
best,
you
y'all.
before. Jeff is the reason I even started streaming. So, because he was the first person to put me on a stream on one of his Fuck It Fridays back about a year ago, a little over a year ago now. So, and it kind of got me to decide, maybe I'll try it. And here we are. So look at Valhalla's on his way home.
So you
and
weren't at home.
No, he was with
Legal Vice.
expert. He was with
I know, but I
Expert,
thought he was
yeah.
at his own house,
And
not like
yes,
streaming in the same place.
Jeff is an actual maritime law attorney in Korea.
He is?
Yes, he is. He does most
Okay,
of what he
nice.
does is maritime law.
Okay.
So, and
Yeah,
if
my
you watch like
dad did
his
that too.
awesome. And if there are
Yeah.
any, my wife has asked if there are any openings in Korea because she wants to move to Korea so badly. She's like, you should ask him if there's any jobs in Korea. Not that I can move to Korea, but
Right? I mean, maritime
But-
attorneys, from what I have seen, I'm not saying this about legal vices, but in my experience, make a shit ton of money. I'll keep it on my calendar.
yes.
Hey, Brandon, what are you doing over here?
Brandon's giving you the
Thank
here
you,
go. You're giving the
Brandon.
price, the super chat flag. He's telling you what they are. $5 is green. I think $2 is blue. 10 is orange. And then
Wait, what does he mean flag?
10 is yellow. 10 is yellow. He's giving you the rainbow here. The rainbow flag. Yes, you make your balls rich. That's what I do as well.
Yeah, don't do that, Vices. Don't do that.
Well, he has to because there we go. Blue is 2, green is 5, yellow is 10, orange is 20,
Make
pink is
yourself
50, red is
rich.
100. He's in Korea, and basically no foreigners pass their bar exam. You don't have foreigners who are admitted to the bar in Korea.
Oh,
So
wait. So he's not licensed?
he's licensed in Utah, but he is a consultant in Korea. He does basically everything but go to court.
Okay.
So, because
Damn, that
only
sounds
the-
awesome, actually.
Exactly.
Everything
I
but
don't
go
know
to court?
That's why that's why
Shit.
my wife is like, hey, maybe you should look at moving to Korea. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I am
"No."
so sick of it. Like, I've only been doing this for 11 years, I think, and I am so done. It's just still, well, you go to court every day, right?
Not every day, but a couple of times. It just depends. This past week I was in court. Let's see, how many days? 3 days this week. I think Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Okay.
And then I'll be in court Monday and Tuesday. I don't know what days next week, and I'd have to pull up our office docket. So
Okay. What kind of law do you do?
just civil litigation. Most of what I do is bankruptcy, but we do a bunch of other stuff too. So
That seems like a lot of court
it is bankruptcy. Well, and it's mostly
for
the
that.
other stuff that I got court on.
Oh,
But,
okay.
I do
Court
have
is
actually
stressful.
have bankruptcy hearings. So there's Nick on Rumble.
Okay. Are you sniping him?
Bad.
This
I
Rumble chat, I've seen it before, and it is
it's
just
live.
off. I mean, it is crazy. Also, his non-Rumble chat the
drop
other
the
day was a
quality
little
down.
crazy. I was not prepared. Brandon
About
said
bankruptcy?
the
Oh, no,
lawyer
it's not
is
me that banged him.
peeing.
Yeah, this is the Lawyer is Peeing song. Yes. It's actually a pretty cool song.
Oh, you know what
It's-
is such a
we
good
just caught the ending.
video that you should play?
It
Maybe.
ended, the chair is empty.
What ended?
The pee song is great. It's like a couple minutes long. It just took him longer to go to the bathroom. But yeah, his songs are awesome. I will have that song in my head randomly all fucking weekend now.
Hold on, I'm about to give you an amazing video. What the hell?
I can't. Why is it not letting me have the chat up? That's weird.
Okay, how do I? Okay, now where do I find
What is going on?
StreamYard? What do you mean? Which chat won't it let you have up? Here, I just sent you something though in the private chat.
I could get in trouble for depending on what
You
it
could?
covers.
I mean,
What's
but
this?
Like what kind of
Well,
trouble?
depending on what he covers, YouTube doesn't like.
Oh, which is why he goes to Rumble, right?
Depending on what Nick
Oh,
covers.
well, you could get in trouble for the thing I just
on
sent you
Rumble,
to,
I could get in
probably.
trouble with YouTube.
You could possibly get in trouble from YouTube for the thing I just sent you, so maybe don't play it then.
I'm not.
I mean,
I'm
I
not.
don't care if I get in trouble with YouTube so much, but like, what do you mean trouble?
I'm not monetized. Well, I mean, yes, I don't have. I mean, basically, I can't show chat anyway. I tried to expand it out, and it didn't do it. So his chat's not going to get me in trouble. But yeah, it.
I mean, what could he possibly do?
I'm not monetized for I'm not monetized for advertisements anyway. I don't have 1,000 subs, so
Right.
it doesn't.
Neither
really
do I.
matter. And they can't take away super chat. So
That. Oh
it's not
yeah,
a big
yeah,
deal.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going
You're
to
right, Mustang. I have heard that a
Link to
bunch.
pull.
Get on whose stream, Legendary? On MG's stream or on
Want to pull that up.
Nick's stream? Rumble is so
So I
weird.
can pull up Studio.
Yeah, it's uncensored. What 5 people? I have 5 likes on my
I'm not gonna have
stream.
that up. So
Okay,
awesome.
you're not gonna have what up?
Yeah, Rumble's chat is pretty much uncensored. So
I have to go get another cider. I shall return. Oh, and I heard
see.
legal.
I
Well,
can see.
obviously, it makes sense that he would live by the water, but I heard him say that the other
Yeah, he
day.
does. He is right. He's
And I
right
was
on the water there
jealous.
in Busan. He has got
Yeah,
an
that's.
amazing view.
You had 15
He's
shots?
right there, which is awesome.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Please drink water. Lots of water.
I've had a lot. I haven't had 15. But
You have to pull it up because Brandon's over there talking about us. That's what he said. What? Legal vices? I would kill for that. I probably shouldn't have said that. I sound like Shannon Smith. Yeah, right? Did he get the new pad? I thought he was just like thinking about it.
He has to be back by now. It says it's live, but is he seriously not back? It says it's
As
live.
I see the trees. No, because Brandon's over here telling me it's not that like it's going on or something. Hold on, let me ask him again. Why is streaming so hard?
Jeff. You're awesome.
Good night, Jeff.
Yes, you need to get rest because, well, you don't have a busy evening tonight now, but maybe you'll feel good when you wake up and you'll feel like going out. He's still peeing, or he passed out.
You have to sub to what?
On the way.
What'd you say? They say it's live, but then
Jeez.
Brandon said, "Oh, you have to sub now? Sub to what?"
Sub to what? I'm sub to him on Rumble.
Wait a second. It's 3
says
p.m.
live.
for
It's there.
Jeff,
Yeah, he's like,
and he's just now
14
going to
hours ahead of
sleep.
us. Or he's 15
Maybe he
hours
just
ahead
like
of
went
us,
to
'cause we fall
sleep in the
back
middle of
an
the
hour.
day because of the shots. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense, Steven. But is it is he live or is he not live on Rumble?
It says it's
Like-
live. It says live right there, and it's
But he's not in
playing.
his
It's-
chair, right?
Yeah. Right. Right. It's a quickie after he goes pee. Yeah, I'm on live.
I'm live. I know I'm
So,
live. I
you
mean,
know.
is hey Baker?
Yeah, maybe he had to have a Baldo break. Who
We can
knows?
call this the chair stream. You know, like the spinning chair. Too bad it's
the
not
chair
spinning.
stream. Yeah, this is a very long break for him. Usually, it's within about 30 seconds or so of the P song ending. But
At least as he's pooping.
it could be. Or yeah, sometimes he does give Lady Rackets a kiss on his break.
Wait, what's
Expert Green Room
Nick's
is chaos
Baldo?
tonight. Wait a second. No, I can't jump in because it'll throw my StreamYard over. Shit. Because I have a link, I think. Yeah, I have a link. But I can't jump
Yeah,
into
but
the
does
StreamYard
it still
because it'll
work?
kick me out of this one. It'll kick me out of this one. Yeah, it'll throw you into the back room, into backstage, but it'll kick me out of this one, I think. So
Oh, really? I did not know that. Like
But-
I always accidentally click on old streams and then I realize I'm in somebody else's stream and I try to get out really fast, but I never see them backstage. But I also never you know how you have to do the preliminary stuff?
yeah.
I never- I've never done that.
All right, guys. Sorry
Thank
about that.
God.
Shirkun hopefully didn't say
We can't provide content, obviously.
too many racist things. Here we go. Let me get rid of this. Let me read.
Use my phone to make
Hold on.
everyone dizzy.
Couple windows. Oh wait, I already did.
I
Perfect.
don't know that I can do that though. I don't know how I
We're
would.
gonna get back to these oral arguments. Sorry,
Wait,
of course.
what?
As you know, these days at the Rumble Flip, I go and check on Lady Rackets, make sure everything's good in the house. Again, I have to stress.
No, it was
I have to
chaos.
stress that my
Ooh, wait a second.
entire schedule that I've adhered to isn't the
I
right
can't
word.
pull it all up.
My entire schedule that has been beneficial for the past 5 to 6 years of
What?
I don't know exactly
mean,
when
it's
I started
how-
live streaming. but
What do you think?
between
Are you saying that about the way he looks or what? Please
that
do share.
benefit has evaporated.
Oh, what happened? I'm live. What the hell happened?
It's that
What
non
happened?
wired
That
internet.
was weird.
No, Brandon, we
me
can't
on
do the
this
chat
entire Rumble
apparently,
show.
is
I've
what I
never
hear.
wanted to
I'm not going to show his chat.
at night, and I
Oh,
love
he's not
that.
going
I
to
don't
show
wanna
it.
Get rid of that.
But
It's this
I thought
place
you
where
said
I've always
earlier you
been,
tried and you couldn't.
creative.
No?
So much about it.
No, I
now
can pull it up some.
has
I can't.
changed just due to my life circumstances changing. So I am trying
I
to
can get
find
some of
a more
his-
appropriate schedule for some shows.
I can get
during
some
the
of
week
it, but it's
while still
there's no
maintaining the
filter
night
on
show
it,
as
so
well.
I'm not pulling. I'm not.
How
Wait,
I
what
do
did you
that
type
is
for me,
not clear
Brandon?
at the moment because my schedule.
What did he type? What did Brandon type?
Stable.
Okay, we need
and
to-
getting all
You
of
have to
that-
see the chat because he. Hold on, let me go.
Wait, what the hell? We're back. I hope. I see some people saying that it looks like the Rumble stream dropped for a minute.
Oh, so it wasn't us.
Maybe. I don't know what the fuck's going on. To me, everything I see is that the connection is fine. But that being
How do you
said,
spell
I'm trying to
Ricada?
scroll.
artistic freedoms of the whining pea. This isn't whining.
Convince me not
This
to
is the
strangle
reality
legally
of what I've
live.
got, and just telling you guys what I'm working on. I want to keep as much
Wait,
of the night
what?
show as possible. I want to find daytime shows.
Y'all,
'cause
what?
I
How do you spell
fucking hate
Ricada?
night shows.
He
I
said
know people hate it. I hate
R
rescheduling things to like earlier or later.
E
Shortening shows, I don't like that. I like consistency and predictability, and I haven't been able to do that for a while. As
Yeah, you
my
haven't,
schedule
Nick.
has
What's
changed.
going on, man?
So with that, I'm trying to find
What's
nice
the
balance
issue?
on that. I don't know when that'll update. I don't know anything about that until I get things kind of stabilized.
He's
But,
got 3D life problems.
the
I mean,
entirety of the schedule has become less convenient, and so when I do the Rumble transition,
What
I
is
tend to take
3D
a
life
small break
problems?
to go find Lady Rackets, make sure she doesn't need anything,
Like
check
real
on the
life.
kids, make sure
3D
the
world.
house
Yeah,
is
but-
like
tame and
real life
calm,
issues.
because these kids are getting older, they stay up later, they have different needs in the middle of the night.
Shit.
Lady Rackets has different schedule as well than she used to have, so I got to just check on everything, and that's fine. Thank you for bearing with me through that. But hopefully, as
Should we
I'm able to
send
retool
Baker a
things,
link?
that will
I think
become
we
less and
should.
less of an issue. So thanks for doing that.
should
We
have
do
a
have a couple
link.
chats to go through, and we're going to get
He's
back.
in
Okay.
the back room. He's in the back room
Arguments.
with
And yeah, we'll continue on. So we have
With the expert in them?
Drury SM says, I only watch to
Yeah.
hear the music. Cheers, Nick, and thank you always, Sharon. Hey, thank you, Sharon. Cup of Soothe says the
Oh,
president
no. He
can't
was saying
interact
thank
because
you
the president
to
is the United States. He's
Tilly's
side with the South.
Tilly.
Which side is the U.S.? Presumably.
Why won't they
the
just
South.
let you in, Baker?
It's weird to think about. Low Watermark says, was Ty Beard at fault for Vic losing?
Shannon Smith hands?
well, you can join up if
I'm
you're
gonna
just like sitting in the
two-
wings over there.
Not two things on that.
Yeah, that's crazy. They're not letting you in. I guess there's so many
Ty
people on panel
Beard
or
speaks with
something.
Ty Beard, and Ty Beard accepted responsibility entirely for the performance of Beard and Harris.
Scroll.
Okay.
Scroll, see if I can find another
Look,
Brandon chat.
Law firms, depending on the composition of them,
Oh, I
do
want to
work
hear this.
in a manner consummate to their own processes. I do not work for Beard and Harris, never have, probably never will. I guess it's some weird slim possibility, but I don't know how they structure their business. I don't know how they delegate tasks and assignments. I don't know who's involved in doing what
Scrolling
there.
quickly.
Ty Beard as head of the project,
Which one? This
as
one?
the lead
Yeah.
attorney,
Or that one?
said that
The
any
lead
of the
attorney,
decisions and stuff like that were on his
like
shoulders.
the lead
He's
attorney.
never blamed anyone else for anything that's happened there.
So
I'm
not
not an
gonna.
employee of Beard and Harris. I never represented Vic as an attorney.
He
in
said
this
closer.
case,
Come
although,
on, seriously.
let me be very clear before anybody draws conclusions
I think
from
that
that.
might be it.
There
Oh, God.
are things that I have talked about with Vic related to this
If they
case
use
Wait, what are you
Baldo out of
laughing
your
at?
mouth and get some whiskey in there.
should be protected by attorney-client
The
privilege,
super chat
so
up
to
here
speak.
on the Rumble
Um,
Rant.
I don't want to
What does it say?
imply that just because I didn't represent him
It
in
says
the
take that use
courtroom,
Baldo out your
that
mouth
there's
and get some whiskey
nothing
in there.
there that would be presumably protected,
I don't even know
or
what that
not
means.
actually, because
Oh, you don't know what the Baldo is?
No.
that's a determination that needs to be made if it ever becomes relevant. Right now, to me, it's not relevant. I'm not the guy who drafted anything for Vic, who represented him in
That's not where I
court.
wanna be.
I was just an observer.
I
happens to be
lost
a
my
lawyer,
chat.
who made a referral, and Vic got
I can hear your
to
music there.
the representation that he chose, based not on me, but on his discussions with that
Do you have
person
like something playing in the
and what he
background?
thought about,
Me?
their legal strategy.
I mean, it's a possibility
not
because
Yeah.
I cannot figure what's
been
out, what's going on at all.
Vic's lawyer. This is such a weird thing that so many people have tried to unravel, and it's a really
Do
simple
not Google the Baldo.
question. Are you Vic's lawyer? No. Have you ever been Vic's lawyer? No.
Designed with relaxation in mind, to fine dining, art, and cultural richness. And
Who's
Mute
responsible?
whatever you
This?
have
Ty
playing.
came on the stream and said it's.
I know,
on.
I'm-
Mute
So-
what
Wait,
you
can I
have playing.
mute? Hold on. How do I mute?
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Self-loathing lib says, "Take that used Baldo out your
Oh,
mouth." and
shit,
put some
man.
whiskey in there." Oh my god! Another giant donation. Thank you, Elephant. We'll get some whiskey in a second. Elephant says,
You're
"Sup,
gonna-
nose. I hope
my
you
God.
have an amazing balls weekend. Me
How can I
too.
mute? What the
No
hell?
doubt about it,
You're
just
gonna
because of some of the
You're gonna have to pause whatever you're watching.
some of the stuff that I have to do.
I know, but I can't. It's like I lost it. I have no idea where it is.
Logistical issues that I'm not super keen on. But also, looks
I'm
like
just
that's
gonna close all the windows.
We'll see how it goes. Thank you for that. Indiana the dog says, "Why can't a Secretary of State personally attest to having counted all the votes and send whatever slate they want? 2020 Pennsylvania and Wisconsin violating their own vote
Oh.
laws didn't result impact 2020 results, so why not try?
Is that better?
Ask them." Give it a shot. Low Watermark says EVS did you a solid reviewing your talks with Eric July and commenting about it. You look.
It's
great
not
in the
better?
videos. I know. You did the right thing then, and you're doing good
Yeah,
now.
it's better now. Yeah,
Look,
we're fine.
I don't talk about the Eric July drama stuff because it's now cumbersome and uninteresting to me. I don't have any involvement in what's going on now with Eric July and the Rippaverse. I've always maintained that I want the Rippaverse to succeed. I love the idea of a parallel economy. Dick hates it. Other people hate it. I love this idea of a parallel economy, and that's why I've supported a number of crowdfunding projects. I want people to create things, and I want people to buy stuff
everybody's so awesome.
literally because of the creator, not because of the quality of the art. I don't care about the quality of the art. I care about the fact that creators create community, they create camaraderie, they create a desire to consume a thing because of the person attached to it. I think that's great.
What is he even talking about? I'm lost. Yes, I'm legally lost.
He's talking about.
So with
I think
that,
he jumped from.
I haven't been following along. I see
legally lost. He jumped from talking about the oral arguments for the Trump
I see
Colorado ballot removal case, and is talking about the. I can hear the echo again.
It should be gone now.
He's talking about the comic skate stuff with like Eric July and whoever else is involved in that. So I think
the what?
Little blips here.
The comic stuff.
I know I looked good in that interview because I said all of the things that were just fucking true. The only times in the Eric July stuff that I looked bad is when someone was lying about what I said or misrepresenting my position. A lot of times that was Eric. I don't know that he did it intentionally. I have no clue what possessed anybody to try and drag me.
It should be over. Should be over, but you're going to hear an echo for a second. So sorry. Baker? Wait, what's happening? Are we all frozen?
No, you are listening to your own stream. Turn off the audio. You have your tab open on the other screen. Turn the audio off.
Y'all, I do not, though. Hold on.
Situation.
Well, I can hear myself, so you must have. And you're muted, MG.
Son of a bitch. It's this damn microphone. I tap it to turn it off, and then turn it back on.
Okay, that's
I'm
confusing.
not used to it yet.
Good morning, everyone.
But Baker's here. What's up, Baker?
So, someone has their YouTube tab open. Don't they?
It's McKinley.
Is it gone?
Yeah, now it's gone. Yeah,
it's gone now.
What the fuck, man?
It was just weird. I don't know what happened.
It was. Okay, sorry.
How are you doing? I just been on the expert stream. He had Vegas.
I didn't realize he was streaming.
No,
I figured he'd stream at his normal time, and
I think they started at midnight, and because I woke up, walked the dog, and then all of a sudden nothing really happened. Well, everyone was talking. You had Vegas Rick and the expert next to each other, talking to each other. Then you had Texas Jen and Miami Spice.
I did not like it.
No, it was very, very confusing. And then all of a sudden, it just boom off. So you don't know Ethan and Eric July? It's a whole lot of drama. It's just stupid comic book stuff.
Yeah, I have no idea about anything to do with comic books.
Do you know the Blaze, that TV station?
No.
It's one of those. Glenn Beck's has a TV station called The Blaze. Okay. They have a studio guy or someone who has a show on it called Eric July, who is he started out like a rapper or something like that, and then he thought, well, I'm gonna go into comics, and he had he's connected to a crew called Geeks and Gamers who talk a lot about comics and movies and stuff. And then you have Ethan Wentz Scriber, who used to make comics for Marvel and DC and stuff like that. And he might have said that Eric's book wasn't that good. And
This is so
then
silly.
yeah, but it became even more silly because when he said it wasn't good, then all of these geeks and gamers types jumped on the bandwagon together and started blocking each other. So all the people who used to kind of be friends online started to block each other and trash talk each other. And now there's allegation that someone might be using their internet cloud to ask for sexual favors, and it's
Okay,
just
that's not cool.
Yeah.
well, I
So that's
try
what-
it all the time. I say it every time. Said my DMs is open, and the only one who sends me anything is it's Brandon. But after the operation, I think they look fine.
Well, I mean,
OnlyFans,
here's the thing though. If
$2.
if they're
Making her
using
happy,
their
her crappy week a lot better. So it's good.
right,
And you
if
got
they're
some doll
using
hairs for
it
you.
in order to make somebody look bad, I mean, I just don't understand. It's not like hitting on girls isn't against the law, right?
No, but it's a different thing if you come with a bit of clout and say, "Well, I can pay you in." If I said, McKinley, do you
In
want to come on as
subs
as
or
an angel as an angel tomorrow? I can give you a spot. I have a stream that runs like 70, 80 people. I can give you a little bit of clout. Just
but
need
you
to
have to
see
sleep
that
with
last.
me.
No, but maybe just ask for
okay.
a few bikini pics to begin with, and
Well,
if
that's
you if you
silly because they have their own choice in the matter, obviously. Right?
yeah, but I just think it's because it's the same everywhere when someone like Vince McMahon when he says, "Can I give you a facial with a little
And
mud?"
she agreed to it, right?
Yeah, but still, I just don't think you should go ask girls for stuff like that. It's but I'm an old fashioned guy.
I like that. I like that you think that way, Baker.
Well, it's because I think kind of like the mindset in this group we have around where we come is let's grow together instead of pay me for something in some maybe not monetary but some other way. I just like that we can help each other out.
Yeah. I will
That's good.
say though, like,
Because I didn't have a problem with anything.
Sorry,
The only
Brandon.
thing
hold,
I
hold on.
had
I'm gonna go get a
an
drink.
issue with was
Yes, you need to get
other
more drinks.
people
Yeah, I
trying
need
to
to get back to sleep.
me to disassociate with a friend based on
Yeah,
their
it's-
perception.
Yes,
At
you got
least
a
it
stream.
looks like
You got a
friend's
stream starting in a few
actions.
hours.
I had knowledge.
I have
that
a
was different
I have
than
to tend a
theirs.
bar
I
in
stated
2
over
hours,
and
and I
over
slept 4
that
hours last
their
night, so
conclusions
I
were
need to
reasonable
go get
based
another
on
hour.
their knowledge, but my conclusions are mine based on.
Well, thank you for dropping in. It's
Yeah.
always good having you on. It's always fun.
Yeah, I just wanted. Now you sent me the link, and I wanted to come by and say, oh, a place where it's not other chaos because 25 people were talking to each other while streaming to someone else.
Yeah.
So, but
Bye, Baker.
bye. McKinley.
Thank you so much.
But
Well,
no,
she went to get more drink. She went to get another drink. So,
yeah.
she
But
figured you were-
everyone have a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of the day. And I'll see some of you again tomorrow. And hopefully,
yes, everybody
Hell,
watch Baker.
I wanted to try these tater tots. I don't know what tater tots is, but it sounds good.
They're just little miniature little like barrels of like potato cakes.
So it's kind of those where
hash
you have
browns that are like little-
mashed potatoes dipped in something, and then
No, more
you-
like hash browns that are mashed together like in a little like cylinder about like
Oh.
this big. And they're round. They're like little barrels shaped.
hash brown cake. Well, I like a little hash cake.
Yeah, kind of. They're more like hash browns than they are. Yeah, mini hash browns, but they're shaped like a little cylinder or like a little miniature barrel. They're not spread out. So,
and no, I don't know Dave Brink from the Netherlands. Perfect 10. I have to look that up.
Just fluffy. You can Google it.
Fluffy.
You can just Google it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the Cenk Yuka thing. Google it.
Google it. tater tot casserole. Okay, that sounds good.
No, so Hal made
Fried.
tater tots nachos with cheese on it. It sounded good. Thank you so much, Half Irish. It was a crapshoot to get through that horrible tale. But I think I have a slight idea that maybe Kayla is a liar. I'm not sure.
Just slightly.
I have an inclination thinking that she might have lied at some point in her life, but I'm not sure. Those 4 hours
Yeah.
of her being asked,
God.
did you lie? And she saying, yeah. But did you lie? Yeah. Oh, so when you said that, you were lying? Yeah. So I'm not sure. I hope we start up
Yeah.
Monday morning again asking her if she is a liar.
Yes, that would be the icing on the cake.
Yeah. I need to see if Molly will let me sleep because she woke me up at 3 a.m. Stupid.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
it's,
at least
and-
she's
and
not sick like my 17-and-a-half-year-old cat that's sick and might not make it much longer. So
way to send me off.
but
Bye with a dead cat. Yeah, we just need 4 more weeks to be sure she might have been a liar when she got convicted of being a liar. Shut up, Elaine. Oh,
I
I hate
know.
Elaine. But I love you and I love T-Bone. Say hi to her when she comes back.
Yes. Yes.
See you all later. Bye.
Thank you. Good night. Oh, yes. Well, no, not talk about my cat anymore. I'm young. Sorry, but let's get back to Nick. We're way
To my
behind
knowledge,
now.
And if someone were
We're
to
like
ever
A
show
couple of minutes
me
behind.
the evidence that what they were claiming
The official
Dick did
womanizer of the chat. Well, that's you,
actually
Legendary.
happened, I would reassess. To this day, no one, not Eric, not anyone else, has shown me any evidence to suggest that the initial claims that everybody seems to forget about Dick and Vito, I don't give a shit about Vito, but Dick and Vito's involvement in this have never, ever manifested evidence to support the
Just
claim.
go to live.
Ever. Everybody just seems to kind of like who's on that side.
Just go to live.
Just seems to ignore that. And all I
Yes.
said was, look,
Okay.
I don't have a loyalty to some person's movement.
I stole these from
Should
my
be. Why is it not
child.
playing?
I don't know.
Play. Come on. What is going on? I hit play. Play. Seriously.
Oh no,
Okay.
Brandon.
Stop it. Let me refresh. Okay, give me a second. There we go.
With it. So we'll check that out. For now, back to oral from Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yes.
Oral.
There is some evidence.
Yes, she was
Is there any evidence to
surprisingly
suggest that the presidency was what they were
originalist.
focused on? There is some evidence of that. There were people saying we don't want Jefferson Davis to be elected president. And there was also one of the drafts of Section 3 specifically mentioned the presidency and the vice presidency.
But it wasn't
as an
but it wasn't the final.
It wasn't the final.
enactment, so
It
where do
wasn't
Wasn't the
yes,
final
I'm sorry,
draft.
It wasn't the final enactment, but it does show that there was some concern by some people about Confederate insurrectionists ascending to the presidency. And we didn't want to make a law office history type argument where we just look at the historical evidence and pick the evidence that we like. And
I'm just remembering.
We haven't. I still owe
Oh,
you
a shot.
one. One shot, Brandon.
Cheers.
I've been doing them here and there, but I still owe you one.
But I'm not going to do it as a shot because that was disgusting last time. This is a good whiskey and it does not merit sucking it down like some $20 whore. We're going to take a nice sipping approach as these oral arguments play.
interpret it tendentiously because the other side can get back with
I'm
us and
confused.
throw this counter out failing
Jeez,
evidence.
he got
back in
booted
their
for the
face.
Supreme
So
Court
we
footage.
wanted to
because I
focus
played it
more on the
last night.
text of the Constitution because this was ultimately a compromise provision that was enacted in
That would
Section
be
3.
my chat.
All right, let
And-
me ask you another
Mhm.
question about the the states, because you have forcefully made an argument about the states not being able to enforce Section 3. So
I'm sure he
if
did. He's a
we agree with
Shasta
you on
lawyer.
that, what happens next? I mean, I thought you also wanted us to end the litigation. So is there a possibility that this case continues in federal court if that's our conclusion?
I don't see how it could unless Congress were to enact a statute in
I am
response to this
young.
court's
So
decision.
your point is that
That was
we
late.
would have to say congressional enacting is
Good night, M.
necessary
Young.
for either state or federal enforcement.
That's correct.
At first, I thought that was going to be one of those euphemisms. Got to take one of the younger youngs for a dip in the pool, but sorry.
All right. Final question.
It's the way
The
I read
Colorado Supreme Court.
So again, the
And I've
summary
had,
of
like,
that was
12 shots. So
You've had 12?
Congress has to enact a statute, which is what Section 5 of the
let's
14th Amendment
see.
says. Congress shall, by proper legislation, enforce any provisions of this amendment. I would argue
Yeah,
Ketanji Brown Jackson made the argument
at
that
12.
the 14th Amendment was
I've had 11.
effectively
My next one would be 12.
a known radical, so to speak, based on the Civil War. They knew exactly who they were targeting, which would imply that that section is self-executing, at least at that time. Now, once that happens, you have two options. You say this is a dead section of the amendment that was useful in 1868, but is not useful
why I drink
anymore.
whiskey. No
Or
sugar.
you say that it was useful in 1868 and
sugar is
Congress
what gives
can,
you the
by
hangover.
further legislation, define the terms of it being useful in the future. Very simple way to go about it. And it allows the amendment to be preserved in its entirety.
Yes, I've been drinking
without any sort
for
of
3 hours.
need to determine if it's dead or alive, because Congress can always just define insurrection proximate to when it happens and who they're targeting, limited by the language of the amendment, which still suggests that a president is not on
Exactly.
the list. Now,
The
that
president
is
not on the
the
list.
key there. The president doesn't get included. All sorts of reasons for it. Ketanji's argument is that based on the time of the Civil War, they weren't concerned about the president. But that doesn't
Oh.
change that if you're going to have a live amendment with a live provision,
Wait,
that
what?
going forward, it is still constrained by the language of the amendment, and it still doesn't include the president. So here we go.
Exactly.
Concluded that the violent attempts of the petitioner's supporters
What does that mean?
in this case to halt the count.
Basically, that the Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which deals with insurrectionists not being eligible to hold offices, does not list the president or the vice president as the officers who are excluded from, who are covered under that section. And so even if for some reason he committed insurrection or anything like that, it's not listed. The presidency is not, he's running for president. So that office is not covered under Section 3 of Article 14. So of Amendment 14.
Son,
So
I cannot listen to you about this. You don't even need to explain it to me because I just tune out as soon as I hear that we're, you know me, I'm a liberal. But also, I don't even know what we're talking about at the moment.
This is the Supreme
this
Court
about the
oral
Colorado
arguments
thing?
yesterday. Yes. this
Was
is
it
the
about Colorado?
Yeah, the oral arguments yesterday in front of the Supreme Court.
Okay.
And
And was
Ketanji
there a
Brown
decision
Jackson
or
was
not?
not yet. It probably come out in
Yeah.
the next week or so, week or two.
Okay.
But she was like, well, how do we get, why are we not just focusing on the fact that president and vice president are not listed in the specific list of offices that are of people who are listed in Section 3 as being barred from holding office? That the presidency and vice presidency are not one of the listed
So they're
offices.
not barred from holding office?
So if you're running for president or vice president,
Yeah.
and you were an insurrection, and you were considered to be an insurrectionist by whatever bar that is, whatever measure that is, it doesn't apply to you because you're running for president. You can still run for president and hold that office because you're not barred from holding that office.
Yeah,
If
but
you're
here's the
running for
thing,
House
though.
of Representatives or Senate, then yeah, that falls under Section 3 because senators and representatives are specifically mentioned as people who would be subject to Section 3's insurrection. language.
So wait, let me ask you a question. Like for realsies, right? Take Trump out of the equation, 100%. Do you think, actually, we won't take Trump out of the equation at all, okay? Right? We say Trump wins, which is obviously very possible in the next election, and the Joe Biden supporters decide to congregate outside of the White House and then bust through the doors, take over. Some people die. Obviously, I know it wasn't as a result of what was going on, except for that Ashley Babbitt or whatever. But there have been mentions of other people dying after that, right? Would you still believe that they shouldn't be prosecuted for that? You're going
Well,
to
it's
say
not that
yes.
those
So that
people
was a
shouldn't
dumb
be
question to ask.
prosecuted, that it's whether or not the candidate themselves
Yeah, that's what
would
I meant.
be
The
barred
candidate.
from
So
would be barred from holding office. And one, the issue here is whether or not
well,
he
he
could be on
hasn't
the
been
ballot to
convicted.
run.
Has
And
he?
historically, no, he hasn't. He hasn't been. Nobody involved in January 6th have even been charged with insurrection.
Well, that seems kind
But
of unfair.
well, yes, but even if they were, the president, if good night, Rosman Ridge, and I think making law simple here, which
A real
this
making law
is
simple? That's
Brandon.
not.
I'm
That's
telling you, you
definitely
won't
not
chug it. This
because
is
I
Brandon.
see it.
It's Brandon. That's Brandon. He's getting you. She's just flipping the script
Wait,
on this half hour, saying that instead of it being Trump, that it would be Biden supporters who did it.
yeah, but obviously
One, for
I
it to be an
know what the
insurrection, it
answer
has
is
to be
going to
an
be.
organized. It has to be an organized effort to overthrow the government through violence.
So,
If
you
there's no
remember that
attempt
Nathan
to
Fuentes
overthrow
guy?
the government. I don't know.
Proud Boys?
I'm not sure who. Yeah, I don't know.
It was the whole thing. Well, I've been watching this like IP2 streaming recently because I'm crazy. And he and this other dude named Baked Alaska. And I mean, granted, the president definitely didn't have to be in contact with them, or any of his camp didn't have to be in contact with them in order for them to decide that they were going to take it upon themselves to stage an insurrection, which I know y'all say is not an insurrection, but whatever it was, whatever it
Well, it
was.
wasn't. I mean, it was not. It was a riot, but it wasn't. There was no attempt to overthrow the government through violence. There wasn't, and it wasn't organized either. It was chaotic on top of it. But none of the requirements to be an insurrection were met. None of them were met. None of the criteria were met.
Yeah, drunk splaining. I am drunk splaining. Yeah. Okay, wait, what do you want me to do, Brandon? Okay, it wasn't an insurrection. I get it.
No,
I
and
get it. I
even
get
the
it, y'all.
FBI has said it wasn't an insurrection. The DOJ has come out and officially said it was an insurrection. So because
I'm crazy,
it
you
just
guys can't.
simply didn't meet the criteria. It wasn't organized. It wasn't an effort to actually overthrow the government. And initially, it wasn't even a violent protest. The people who were violent were the law enforcement officers acting against the protesters. And on top of that,
No,
you
there
have
weren't
Trump's,
riots. Nobody broke into the Capitol building, half Irish. I get it that there were protesters in the streets for sure, but I don't remember anybody breaking into the Capitol building. I don't remember that when Biden won, no.
On what? With regards to what?
I mean, when Trump won. Half Irish said, weren't there riots when Trump won? I mean, there was like a lot of civil
there were
unrest
riots
for
in the
sure.
street. There
Yeah, for
were
sure, but they didn't break
fires
into a
set
building.
and damage to property.
Yeah.
Maybe not
I
a
think what
federal
just
building, but there
was
were
so
other buildings that
scary
were
about,
broken into.
for sure. I think it was what scared me the most was the fact that it was the Capitol, and I just thought that they would be safer than that. Like they would have more security and stuff. It was crazy to see that they didn't. Anywho, he left me up here so everyone can be like, "Hey, you burned down." I didn't burn down a police station, Brandon.
Well, I mean, a lot of the people who got in the Capitol were let in by Capitol Police opening the doors for them. And most of the people
Okay.
who initially got in were simply walking around taking pictures because they were invited in. So I'm not sure how.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Iris. Yeah, so but the
that's
thing is like I saw on video for sure,
the,
like
the
nobody
Kavanaugh
can
hearings.
convince me I
There
didn't.
were.
I saw somebody break a window out with a flagpole and then climb through it. And it looked like
And
he climbed through it with the
that wasn't
assistance
a Trump.
of
That
the
wasn't a Trump
police.
supporter that did it.
Oh, right. Are you
There
joking
were.
me right now?
Have you not seen the footage of people changing of federal agents who were changing their clothes outside the Capitol into supposedly MAGA gear? They were changing their clothes. The federal government had a couple of hundred people inside infiltrating that group to incite people to go in there.
Okay, Mustang, if one person broke the window, then why did all the others follow through the window? That's where I'm like, okay, y'all all knew better than to go through the building and start scaring these people. Like,
there
that
weren't
was
many
uncalled
people who
for.
went through the window. The doors,
There shouldn't have been
there
any.
were a lot of people. There was video of people who were open. It is a public building paid for by the taxpayers, and people in the Capitol Police opened the door and I've seen the videos of them opening the doors, and Capitol Police moving the barricades and waving people into the Capitol for them to walk around and take pictures. You can't tell me that that is a breaking into and infiltrating the Capitol when they're invited in by Capitol Police. And there is video evidence of that.
Okay, you know what? I feel like we should not get into this talk because the people in your chat and obviously also in my chat, it turns out, are have very strong opinions of this on the opposite spectrum as me, and I don't want to I don't know who Ray Epps is. I didn't dig into it like that far for sure. I'm just telling you that okay, thank you. Wait, are you in my chat, Brandon? Thank you.
Yes,
I don't want to start that kind of controversy because I know on both sides it gets super divisive, right? And I just don't want
this did
anybody
happen. I don't know if
to
you did see that video of one of the federal agents who he was
I have not.
handcuffed. And he was brought inside, and then they uncuffed him, and he high-fived and fist bumped one of the Capitol Police. God, this cat is drooling. What the hell?
Oh, I did see that, but I didn't see that he was handcuffed.
Yeah. He was initially handcuffed, and they uncuffed him. And once they uncuffed him, then he high-fived and fist bumped the Capitol Police. Like, yeah, we got it going. They were walking people around. The one footage of one of the doors being opened, that is, I don't know what the name of the doors are, but they are super high security, magnetic locks. You can't break in through those doors. And you see the police turn around and look at the camera and point to the doors to say, hey, unlock those doors. And so they get unlocked by security to then let people in, because otherwise you cannot breach those doors.
Then security were dumbasses, and they should have also been charged because nobody
because it was a planned event with a couple of hundred federal agents who were involved in coordinating what happened there and getting people in to make it look like this was some sort of riot, insurrection, whatever it is.
That's where you lose me.
In order to stop Congress from actually contesting the slates of electors, because the members of Congress have the right to object to the electors, and then have the vice president then say, okay, we're going to have a vote. If they have a certain objection, House or representative object to it, a representative and a senator object, then you have a vote by the total parties there as to whether to send those back to the state legislatures to determine which slate of electors is correct. It was all constitutional. Once you had this infiltration happen, and this this violent protest, riot, whatever they want to call it, they all take cover. That was the cover to then scare people enough in Congress to say, well, we're not going to fight it anymore. We're just going to push this through. We're not going to send anything back to the states, because the vice president had every authority to send slates of electors back to the legislatures, because the legislatures are the ones who determine the electors that are sent to Congress.
But you're talking
to
about
certify
the
to
vice
say,
president.
hey, we're going to. But
you're talking about Pence, but they didn't need to.
It's
but
not
he
just
decided
Pence.
not to do that.
But you have so many of the congressmen and senators who said after that attack, well, we just need to let this go through, and not actually object, because they were supposedly scared to death because of what happened. It was an inside infiltration by the deep state to push that in order to scare these people into not doing their jobs, to push these things back to, because you had several state legislatures who said, we want our electors back. We want to investigate what happened. And it's coming out now through these other cases that there was absolutely fraud involved in the 2020 election. And it's coming out now. It's coming out that it happened, and that had this not happened, you would have had a different result in the election. And all the
hold on, my
protesters
earphones went
wanted
out
was
again.
for all that was wanted was for the slates
They
of
do this
electors
all the time.
in
It's so dumb.
the swing
Hold on.
states to be pushed back to the state legislatures to investigate and deal with. And they could have ended up sending the same slate of electors back. But the fact is, it should have been sent back to them. But what happened was they allowed these people in to make it look like this violent attempt to overthrow the government, this violent insurrection, which it was deemed by the DOJ to not be an insurrection. It was enough to scare people to say, well, we just need to push this through. We need to certify we're not going to actually challenge anymore. You only had a couple of members of Congress who actually still pushed for their objections.
Legendary. Are you talking about me? No. Are you talking about?
Probably talking about me.
He's talking about you. But why?
But
we should go back to Nick. Apparently, nobody wants to hear us fight. I mean,
Okay.
there are a few
That's
people
fine.
that want
on
to hear us
January
argue
6th,
about
qualified as an insurrection,
Go live.
as defined by Section
We're not.
3. And I read your opening brief to accept.
I don't know how to do so other than political bias. So that's the problem. There's no way to come to the conclusion that Colorado or Maine can do what they did. Logically, under the text of the amendment, under the Constitution, or just under general fucking common sense of how you run a country. And if they do, they'll fuck up every election going forward that is controversial in the slightest.
Many of those historians have filed briefs in our support in this case, making the point that the idea of the 14th Amendment was that both states and the federal government would ensure rights, and that if states failed to do so, the federal government certainly would also step in. But I think the reason why there aren't examples of states doing this is an idiosyncratic one of the fact that elections worked differently back then.
Yeah.
States have a background power under Article 2 and the 10th Amendment to run presidential elections. They didn't use that power to police ballot access until about the 1890s. And by the 1890s, everyone had received amnesty and these issues had become moot. So I don't think the history tells us.
Sort of look at Justice Thomas's question sort of from the 30,000 foot level. I mean, the whole point of the 14th Amendment was to restrict state power, right? States shall
I don't
not
think he can be
abridge
removed from the
privileges of
ballot.
immunity. They won't deprive people of property without due process.
Aren't they trying
They won't
to?
deny
Enacting the legislation.
protection. And on the other hand, it augmented federal power under Section 5. Congress has the power.
What's that?
Tilly, I mean, I don't care if you yell for the rest of the stream. I don't even know what I was asking you.
That's what they've done. Yeah, I mean, Colorado removed them from the ballot
Oh,
main
right.
the
Yeah.
main Secretary of State removed him from the ballot, but stayed that pending Supreme Court dealing with it. But I don't think that by the language of Article 4 of Amendment 14 that the states can do a damn thing about it unless Congress gives them the ability to it through an enabling statute. And even then, because president and vice president are not listed, he's running for president, they can't do a damn thing about it. So the fact that the president and vice president are not listed, those offices are not subject to the insurrection clause of Section 3 of Amendment 14.
Well, now that seems kind of crazy,
So,
doesn't it? Well, I guess it doesn't.
well, no, because at the
Actually.
time, and if you listen to the oral arguments, even Justice Jackson, was like, at the time they were more worried about low-level state government officials, former Confederates infiltrating low-level government positions, which then trickle up to representatives and senators, because at the time state legislatures selected senators. So if you got enough people in the state legislature, former Confederates, they could then select a former Confederate to be a senator. And so they were more worried about low-level government infiltrating and tipping the balance of power in state governments to then work its way up to the federal government. They weren't worried about the presidency. And plus, the presidency is a national position, not a state-level position, which state populations elect their representatives and through their legislatures, which are state positions, selected their senators. They wanted to stop it there. They weren't worried about the presidency or the vice presidency because it was a national position. So you would need more than just, former Confederate states to elect a president. So that's why, I think that's why they were left out. There were drafts that included president and vice president, but the final version of the 14th Amendment doesn't include it. So Congress was clearly had the ability to include president and vice president if they wanted to, but they didn't. So by omission.
No, for sure he needs to, whatever needs to happen for him to get on the ballot. I fully anticipate him winning, although that it does kind of terrify me. But I feel like I'm getting better with it.
Not to be terrifying.
That's also very terrifying.
I don't think they can keep him off the ballot, even if president or vice president were included. There is precedent back right when these amendments were passed of people who ran and were elected to state level or Congress, House of Representatives, who were then refused to be seated. They were still allowed to run. I don't think you could keep anybody off the ballot. But then what happens is, if it's a state level position or the House of Representatives or senator, which are clearly covered, or an inferior officer, say Secretary of State or Treasury, something that's appointed by the president, an actual officer of the United States, that Congress can then, by 2/3 vote of each house, waive that disqualification. That you could be a sworn insurrectionist and the House and the Senate still vote to allow you to hold your position. So you're still allowed to run and be elected, but there were people who were then refused to be seated in the House of Representatives because they fought for the Confederacy. But they still ran and they were on the ballot. I don't think anybody can be kept off the ballot. It's whether or not they then get seated in their position.
So. Right.
That whether or not they then get seated in whatever position they are elected to. And that could potentially be left up to Congress to decide. If it's a state representative or a state governor or, a federal congressman, House of Representative, representative or senator, then, the House and Senate can determine membership qualifications beyond the qualifications to be actually eligible for the office. The Constitution provides for that. The Constitution provides for specific requirements to be president. And nobody can change those requirements. You have to be 35. You have to be a natural born citizen. You have to be a resident of the U.S. for at least 14 years. And you cannot have already served 2 terms as president, because that's an amendment to the Constitution. It's specifically set forth. Those are immutable qualities. And because Section 3 of Article 4 of Amendment 14 doesn't specify the president as being subject to the insurrection clause, that qualification there doesn't apply. You can't add additional qualifications without a subsequent actual amendment to the Constitution, setting forth further qualifications.
Half Irish. I'm not a Canadian. What does that mean when somebody calls you a Canadian?
She's a
Oh,
Canadian.
to her. Really?
Yeah.
I was for sure. Half Irish, I guess. Okay.
I can say that I would certainly welcome angry and mean tweets over what we have right now. Inflation.
But what
has
do you
run
not like
amok
right
under
now?
this current president. Well,
Okay.
the cost of everything has probably doubled under this current president. We are spending billions of dollars sending money to Ukraine that we shouldn't be sitting there, because it's nothing more than
No, but you know what else we
it's a
should
money
do?
laundering operation.
I'm
And
about
we
to
should
say
secure our
something.
border. We should secure our southern
That-
border, and he refuses to do
Okay.
it.
I mean, I feel like that's almost impossible. But what I will say is we should definitely stop sending weapons to Israel so they can bomb the Palestinians like that.
Well,
And also, we
we should stop sending that stuff but
to anywhere.
it's Israel's a different situation, but I still don't think we should be sending anything until we secure our borders.
But why
Until
is
we
it a
clean
different
it-
situation, though?
Because one, the Palestine doesn't exist.
It does too.
So
It does too, but
not. It was never a state ever in history of the world. It was a region, a general region of the area, but there was never an actual Palestinian state ever. And
The Palestinian people, though.
Anybody in that region, Jordan, Syria, Israel.
And so you think
those
that
could
it's
be
cool
those
to
could those
just
could all be they could all be considered Palestinians, because that's the region back in the Roman era that they considered the Palestinian region. Any of those people could be Palestinians, but there's never been a Palestinian state ever in the history of mankind. And Israel attempted to create a separate Palestinian state, even gave up pretty much all of what the the PLA wanted for land, and the PLA refused it because it is still included an Israeli state, a state of Israel, and they refused to allow the state of Israel to exist. I have a problem with that, because they refused to acknowledge and recognize that the Jewish population has a right to exist in that area, and the Jewish population has been there far longer than the Muslims have ever existed.
From the river to the sea means literally from
the
river
river to the
all
sea.
the way to the sea,
Yes.
that they're going to take over all of it.
Yeah, and they want to push every Israeli into the sea and drown their asses. They want to extinguish the Israeli Israeli ethnicity from the face of the earth. That's what from the river to the sea means. They want to wipe out Israel in a Jewish population in existence.
Regardless of what you think about that, though, I feel
that's
like
what it means.
Sure,
I have a problem with that.
Because they're just saying that they want their land back, which I get.
They never had a land. They never had a land.
They
There's
did
never
too. They
been
were
a
living on
Palestinian.
that land before. They were
No,
living
they
in that
weren't.
area. I know you're saying it wasn't an actual
weren't.
state, but those people were living there. They became refugees after the Jewish state was created.
But the Jewish people were there thousands of years before. They've been there for
Maybe,
thousands
but
of
they
years.
left.
They were.
You don't get to
wow.
come back and reclaim your land after you already leave. You just don't.
Well,
That's always my dad's argument too. And he gets super heated when I have this talk with him. But I just like, you know what I'm super against is the fact, like, if you look at it logistically, they have no place to go, right? And when you're dropping bombs all the time,
nobody has
constantly,
ever kept them from going anywhere else. And the Israelis were not
right
constantly
now,
dropping
currently,
bombs.
they cannot go
No.
anywhere.
That's because Egypt won't let them in. Syria
So,
and
but
Jordan
if
won't let them in.
if they
No,
won't let them
they
in, then
won't
that
let
means
them
they
in.
have no place to go. Then they don't have a place
Well,
to go.
that's not on Israel. That's because
It is because if they're the ones
no,
bombing
it's
them and they
not.
don't have a place to go, come on,
No.
Angela.
No, the people of their own ethnicity don't fucking want them. There's an issue there because many of them they've voted Hamas in. They have selected Hamas, which is a world-renowned terrorist organization, to run their so-called state. They support Hamas. They support wiping the Israeli population off of the face of the earth. And I have there's a real problem with that. But if the Egyptians and the Syrians and the Jordans won't let the Palestinians across their border to get out, nobody's stopping them from going across Egypt, but into Egypt. But the Egyptians don't fucking want them.
Right. Nobody does, but would you,
Well,
I mean,
don't you think
where-
don't
but
you
where the-
think that the states who share their common religion and cultural values would want to take them in if they were truly refugees and had issues, were in danger, that they would say, "Hey, come here, we'll protect
I
you
do think it
from
should.
the evil Israelis." But no, they don't fucking want them because they're terrorists. They promote Hamas. The reason that Hamas is
Everybody's
in power
telling me to
is
do my
because the
research, but here's the thing. I have
the Palestinian
absolutely
people selected them.
I've 1,000,000% done my research on this, and this is just where I come out on the issue. And so it's not about like a lack of being educated. It's just that I have a different viewpoint compared to, like, my opinion just happens to be different than everybody, like the majority of the people, maybe everybody in the chat. But I didn't say CNN was research. I've actually, like, I have watched all of a bunch of you. Like, I got very obsessed with this latest outbreak of whatever you want to call it, problems recently, and I did do a lot of research, and this is just how I feel about it. And there's a lot of it's on both sides.
Hamas, the Palestinian, whoever it is, going in and killing, going into a concert and wiping people
They've
out.
killed so many more people, but they've killed so many more people.
Well, look at what's going. You have the Hamas, the Palestinians, Hamas launching rockets daily into Israel from their so-called homeland.
Thank you, mystery sniper. Yeah, I know. I mean, even within my own family, like my family is liberal, but I'm a lot more liberal than them. They definitely are not on nobody's on my side on this one, which I just don't like seeing babies get bombed, okay? I can't do it.
Well, you're seeing some of what you're hearing, what some propaganda might say. I don't know that there's really as many babies getting bombed as what the media might like you believe. And a lot of the babies getting bombed, you have are Israelis being killed, or even Palestinians being killed, so-called by Hamas themselves, not by the Israelis. Hamas is ridiculous. They have killed as many Palestinians as Israel ever has. They don't care.
No, legendary. I'm definitely not okay with babies being kidnapped. Like, I was super pissed about it. It broke my heart that this was ever happening, right? But now that we're at the point, I think all the babies have been returned, have they not? Maybe there's one left.
I don't know.
But I
mean,
if there's one left, they're not
Israel
alive, I don't
tried to
think.
negotiate. Israel attempted to negotiate with the PLA back when Yasser Arafat was leading the PLA, tried to give them absolutely 100% what they asked for as far as land with the West Bank and the Gaza Strip and Jerusalem. And the PLA turned it down because it still allowed for Israel to exist. It wasn't enough because the
Okay,
Jewish
but
people
I can
still
still say,
existed in the world.
but
And
why are
that
we funding it? But it's not our fight. That's just it. It's
we
not our
have
fight.
we have
And
we
that's
have
what
agreements
bothers
with
me.
Israel because the UN has set aside that area of Israel as the state of Israel. We have an obligation to the Israeli people to protect them.
Not
Whether
the
it's from Hamas
Gaza
or
Strip,
from
though.
Hezbollah, or that was part of Israel.
No, the
And
Gaza
these
Strip was not.
well, when you get randomly attacked by people and you have to then defend yourself and you capture land in a war, those are the spoils of war. It becomes your
Sorry,
territory.
Tilly.
That's what happens with war. That's
I
what
don't know how to
happens with war.
shotgun.
You just shoot it. You
Yes,
just
it is
take
what
it.
happens with war, but at a certain point, you have to be like,
So
okay,
that's
we
what
won.
Gaza,
And then
the Gaza
stop.
Strip and the West Bank were buffer zones against Egypt and Syria and Jordan and the terrorist agent groups that were operating out of those regions. That's what those areas were. The Gaza Strip and West Bank were buffer zones to essentially to protect Israel from further
what
attack.
though? Because but the Gaza Strip being a buffer zone, how does that make sense? Because they're at the water.
What do you mean? Gaza Strip is between Israel and Egypt, or between
or the sea and Israel.
No, there is a country on the other side of that strip.
Yeah, I know, but also the sea. But
and Egypt attempted.
But they also, they share a border with Israel too.
Egypt invaded Israel, Jordan and Syria. The 6-day war was not an offensive action by Israel against other people. These other countries surrounding them tried to wipe Israel out. Israel kicked their ass in 6 days. And as part of that, they took over these buffer zones to protect them, to give them the 6-day war.
Yeah.
So you have in the Yom Kippur War, you have these areas that were buffer. They kept those as buffer zones to give them more time to defend themselves. They didn't ask for those attacks. The UN created Israel after World War II because that was the homeland of the Jewish people. It had been for 5,000 fucking years.
But it wasn't at that time. It really was not their homeland. And we all know this.
It was always there, but it was always their homeland.
You can't, you don't retain, you do not retain
so what's the
property which you have left.
Then what's the argument of Native Americans claiming, we actually own this land when they were driven off the land? When they lost the land in wars.
But we haven't. But what do you mean? What's the argument? We haven't allowed it to happen though. Like we took all their land.
No, they still claim those lands. The Mexicans still claim Southwest U.S. as Mexico, even though they sold it to us in the Gadsden Purchase.
Also,
they still
you know what? This is how liberal I am.
That they still believe that California and Arizona and New Mexico belong to Mexico.
And I do too. I believe that too.
But the problem is, it was legally purchased by the U.S. from the Mexican government. It does not belong to Mexico anymore.
Texas?
I said New Mexico, Arizona, and California.
Oh, okay.
And Texas broke away. Texas was not part of Mexico at the time.
Yeah, because we won a war, right? But okay, so fine. But then what are they going to do with the Palestinians if they win? So if they win, what's going to happen to the Palestinians? I mean, obviously they're going to win. They've won already, but now what? Now what happens to the Palestinians?
Well, Hamas has not let those Palestinians leave. You have not seen video of them shooting their own people dead in the street because they're trying to flee the area to get to safety.
And where's safety?
Anywhere but where they were, because they're trying to get away from it. Well, whatever they are, I wouldn't even call them Palestinians. There's no Palestine. There never has been a state of
what
Palestine.
If Israel lost? If Israel lost, they would be.
Well, if Israel lost,
Brandon,
then
they would be real fucked.
Yeah, if Israel lost, then you would have.
I would definitely house some of them legendary. What if I chugged my beer? Yeah, Hamas is the problem. I agree with that.
Well, yeah. But the problem is the Palestinian people have elected a mosque to represent them. So you can't necessarily separate the
See,
Palestinians
this is what
from
I
Hamas.
hate though. Like Shizzy was not. I appreciate that you're saying that, but I also feel like that's like a little bit unfair in some ways, right? Because it's not like just because my idea of what's going on doesn't necessarily what do you call it? Mesh with yours. Mesh is not the word I'm looking for, but align. Because it doesn't align with yours doesn't necessarily mean that I'm misguided. It just means like
Well,
it just means that we have different opinions.
Who's
That's
Dave?
a lie, though.
Yeah, Dave asked you to chug a beer.
No, he didn't. You're just telling me that,
Yes, he
but
did.
I will. But y'all,
He did.
okay, I'll chug this, and then I'm
He
gonna
told you to
be
shotgun.
definitely,
You didn't know what a shotgun was. And
dude.
so,
I cannot shotgun.
let's get chug it, go.
Yeah, Vandy, I can't either.
Go, chug, go. There you go. Keep going. Nope, gotta keep going.
Oh,
Empty it. Go.
y'all, this is bad.
Go. Yeah, there you go. Is it empty? Is it empty yet? Oh, okay. Don't throw up. Well, don't lose it. Even though that would be great content.
No, it would not be good content. That would be
Well,
terrible.
not for you, but it would be for me. Pinky up. You got the pinky out for.
Yeah, Ellie, I have not been in combat, and I have not lived long term overseas. No, I have not. But yeah, and so maybe I don't know anything. Did I really have my pinky up? I don't think I did.
No, I don't know, but you should have it. This makes you, the higher you have it is, the fancier you are.
Well, I'm not trying to be fancy. I was chugging a
You've watched
cider.
You've watched SpongeBob.
Fancy Nancy? No,
You
but I've
haven't
watched Fancy
SpongeBob.
Nancy.
Pinky.
Do you have any girls?
I have a daughter. Yeah, she's almost 8 years old.
Okay. Was she into Fancy Nancy?
Not that I'm aware of. She's always,
Wait, what?
I don't know, Hello Kitty and Sailor Moon and I don't know what else. Little Mermaid, Elsa, that kind of bullshit.
Dude, your chat, I feel like your chat is super pissed at me. Oopsies.
I'm
don't
about
get
to
me
catch
drunk
up.
on
This is my
stream.
last one.
Uh-oh.
All right, there we go. I'm done. I've done them all.
Oh, really?
Holy shit.
You know what that really actually, this is so weird, but that makes me want to puke.
Yeah, I'm done. I've caught them all up. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to up my my ante. I was doing $50 shots. It's gonna have to go to 75 next time, at least, if not 100, because I can't do that again. Holy shit. Man, I'm eating bread.
Wait, how 9,000? What do you
soaking up.
mean? If I want to argue for one side or the other, but like, isn't MG also arguing for? I mean, MG's obviously also arguing for one side, right? So I'm offering the counter side. But what do you mean? Go over there? Go over where? Where would I go to argue if not here?
Scientology audit is yelling at people with cops tonight in Hollywood right now.
Oh, dude, Scientology. Oh my God. So listen to what I did tonight before I got on your stream. I went to a Scientology audit in Austin and it was amazing. I went and gave them all my cards because the police were there and I could see that they were streaming from there and the police were trying to mess with them. And I went and gave them my cards and I told them to call me if they get arrested so I can get them out for free. I felt very
You got
awesome
an OR
for doing
card?
that. A what?
Do you have like
A
an
PR?
OR card? Like,
What's an
well,
OR?
I mean, here it's own recognizance.
Oh yeah, so we call it
Yeah.
personal recognizance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in Travis County, if you're a licensed attorney, you can do that. You don't have to have
several
like,
of the counties have, if you're members of their bar, you can then also pay for an OR card. We don't do that, but because we don't represent criminal defendants, so
Yeah, dude, representing criminal defendants is like a whole nother
Mm-hmm.
a whole
And
nother
that could get us in trouble with our other clients. So our other clients are
yeah.
like, no, you can't do criminal defense. So we're like, okay. Not that I have a choice in it, but other than not work for the
You
firm that I've worked for 15 years.
is what client chasing? Oh, I know. I wondered that too, Brandon, but here's the thing. I was
Yeah.
on my way to them before the police showed up. Well before the police showed up. While I was on my way, the police showed up. Then I got out of my car and started walking towards them. And by the time I got to the woman who I ended up handing my cards to, she was not interacting with the police at all. And I didn't say I was going to charge them anything because I'm not going to. Like, I'm legit. I get protesters out of jail for free all the time. Like, I have a
Oh,
whole
that's
group
cool.
that does that. Yeah, because First Amendment.
Damn it. I was trying to like
It's a
resize
thing.
this. Oh, shit. I was trying to resize it so that it didn't have the chat in the damn window. But it's not working.
What do you mean, no more giving my cards
No,
away?
work.
What should I do with them then?
Did you listen to the oral arguments at all from yesterday?
Oh, no, not at all. What did I
From the
watch
front
instead of
page?
that?
Oh, it's
Oh, I
great.
watched AV to the 7th power.
AV is awesome.
Yes,
She is
Brandon,
so
I have.
cool.
Yeah, no, AV is amazing.
She is so cool.
2 lines higher. Okay.
And I like lead attorney for the most part. Sometimes
Oh my
the
God, I'm
sound effects get a
obsessed with the
little
lead
lousy.
attorney. Oh my God, you don't like them? Can you hear this?
Well, no, his sound effects, because it's just constantly do 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 do.
Yeah, and he
It's a
makes
little
the
annoying, but
siren go off with the laughing at the same time or the clapping or something. Dude, I got this roadcaster because of him. I love his sound effects.
yeah, he's cool. He's hilarious at times, depending on like some of the trials he covered. When he did the Depp trial, oh man, he was hilarious, ripping into a lane. And he's like,
Yeah,
she
I
got
didn't
paid
watch any
six.
of that.
She's like, she got paid like $6 million for this. It's like, really? He was funny as hell. Yeah, Tia, you think everybody's hot?
But the thing is like TLA actually has very engaging streams.
Yes, yeah, he's cool. I can watch him.
The chat sense.
He's
Okay,
cool.
Tilly.
Yeah,
no, he's very good. I actually signed up for that class. I don't know if you've ever heard him like hawking that class. Is that what you say?
Yeah, he has
Hawk?
like a stream, like a YouTube class,
Yes,
whatever,
yes.
how to stream stuff. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I've watched it. It helped me with some things. Mostly it made me go more broke because he recommended some things that I actually don't even need, like this Rodecaster and a Stream Deck and a bunch of shit I never used.
The stream deck or streamcaster would be pretty awesome, because I'd like to be able to push a
Yeah.
button and have some of my sound effects instead of having to like
Yeah,
click
I would recommend
go over
oh,
to brand
well,
and click, like,
That's what she said.
something like that.
mhm.
You know,
I think you can
having to
get
do
like
that.
I think you can get an app for it somehow, but I just like that I could push the button if I wanted to, although I don't stream, so
Pushing
here we are.
buttons is always
Where
fun.
this is going. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
I just have to use
Why
the
does
StreamYard.
that reminds me of Valhalla so much?
I've got some Valhalla ones from months ago. Valhalla and Shizzy. Oh man, they were. Where is it?
I feel dirty.
Wait, what?
Don't come. I'm gonna come all over.
I'm so close, bro. I'm so close. I feel
I've got Valhalla and Shizzy back and forth on some of that. Yeah.
Well, I'm not licensed in Florida, Becca Lynn. I mean,
And you can't get
I would love to.
reciprocity.
No.
You can't get reciprocity. I've looked. You
And that's
can't
like
get
why I was like
reciprocity in
wondering
Florida.
how Kurt would even say he was going to do that, because
You
Kurt is
can't get
licensed in
reciprocity
like
in Florida.
West Virginia or
Virginia.
Virginia or something
He's
like
in
that, right? And then
Virginia and
Texas.
Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, because he lives here in the same city as me.
Yeah, you can't get reciprocity in Florida. I've looked, because if I could, I would have it.
Yeah, right? Like if I could live
I
at
would
the
have
beach all
it.
the time, I'd be
Just,
there.
just like
Okay.
like California. If I could get reciprocity in California, I would have it.
Exactly.
Not whether I ever
But
practice
you know,
in
you
California
can,
or
you know
not.
what, you can in Colorado though. And that one, all you have to do is retake the ethics, which is easy peasy. Easy
I'm not going to
peasy.
do.
Not
Yeah,
even a
I know,
problem.
but I've
I would definitely
I've
do it.
got, Oklahoma's got reciprocity with like 27 states, something
Yeah.
crazy, like a bunch of states. And of course, Texas is one. I could do reciprocity into Texas today if I wanted to. I've been here long enough, but I've got Oklahoma and Alabama. I talked with Shizzy yesterday. Georgia might not be off the list at some point. But
Doesn't Georgia have beaches? Or a beach or
Savannah,
something?
in Savannah, yeah, Savannah's on the beach.
Yeah, man, I want to go
Alabama's
back
got
to the beach.
beaches.
Oh, Alabama has amazingly beautiful beaches.
Yeah.
So pretty. Those
The
beaches are
best. They
beautiful.
have the most beautiful the sand. And my wife's
That's
from
so white.
She's from Southern California, which has got awesome beaches too. But
Dude, that's
it's
what I've
more
heard.
of
I've never been there.
it's more of the waves. The sand sucks, but the waves are better.
I mean, but it's not like it's rocks, right? Or
It's
pebbles or
more
anything.
well, there's some of that too, and some of it is rocky. It's not, you go to like Orange Beach, you're not going to find rocks anywhere. It's the
You mean
sugar
in
white sand.
Alabama?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Alabama, Gulf
Oh,
Shores,
dude,
Orange
that place
Beach,
is
it's
Orange Beach is
Pensacola,
so
Destin,
beautiful.
Panama. Yeah, we used to always go to Orange Beach for like family trips and stuff. We go to Orange Beach. Our church group would go to Panama City. That beach, you're not going to find any rocky outcrops or any crazy coves or anything on the Gulf Coast. You go to Laguna Beach
Oh
in
man, that
California,
looks so beautiful.
which is beautiful. It's not the sand it's not the sugar white sand. It's not smooth. It's
Yeah.
more coarse, and it's much more coarse.
That makes sense though, since there's like mountainy structures. That's not what they're called,
and
but
the
right there,
water, the water, as Vandy
Is
Dandy
rough.
said, the water is fucking freezing cold.
Yeah, well, that's
The Pacific Ocean
Pacific.
is so much colder,
That's the
so
Pacific.
much colder. And I'm used to going to the Gulf where it's bath water temperature.
It's so gross though, dude. And also what really bothers me about that, like my family has a condo in South Padre Island, which is like as close as you can get to
Yeah, but
Mexico,
see,
basically,
Texas,
right?
yeah, but Texas is that's on the
No,
dirty side of the Gulf.
most of Texas beaches are disgusting. The reason they got one in South Padre is because that's where like the curvature of
Yeah,
our
okay.
actual like state starts to turn. So we don't get the Mississippi runoff, so
Okay,
it's
yeah.
not brown like the rest of the waters. It's
So
blue.
it starts
It's
to
very
turn.
blue.
It starts to turn more blue. Like
Yes,
okay,
it's very blue.
yeah,
It's very
yeah.
blue, but I don't even remember what I was going to say there about the Gulf,
Yeah.
the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, it's
maybe
different. It's a different. Down there, it's a different Gulf because most of the Gulf west of the Mississippi is just dirty and muddy.
Yeah, no, it is. Wait,
You know,
west of the Mississippi. If you're looking at the Mississippi, that means west. You're right.
yeah, basically
yeah.
from like anything west of Dolphin Island, Alabama. See, once you
Yeah.
get to Mississippi,
All the way until
Pearl
you get to
River,
like
Pearl River,
until you get to South
Biloxi,
Padre.
anything down there, all the way across New Orleans, all the way over to Galveston. That's all dirty water. It's all dirty beach.
Yeah.
It's not.
Oh, I know what I was
like-
going to say. It's super hot though, right? The water.
Yeah.
And like if you live on the Gulf Coast, you constantly are bombarded by news stories of people getting that flesh-eating bacteria.
Yes.
It
Yes.
thrives in the hot water, and so it's like really gross to get into that water these days just because I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to get my leg amputated.
Just don't go in with an open cut. You're okay. and don't
I'm-
sniff it into your nose so it gets into your brain.
Okay, now that's super hard. How are you supposed to keep it out of your nose?
Don't
Yeah, they
don't
do
breathe it
have
in.
rattlesnakes. That's true.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
like
and
to be
I've watched,
crazy when I go in the water.
even in like Florida, they get the rattlesnakes out there. I watched Crocodile Hunter one time when he went to Pensacola, something like that, somewhere in it's Eastern Gulf, where they had rattlesnakes swimming from the
what?
mainland to an island. Yeah, they swim. Yes. Yeah.
No, I know they swim. I've seen one in our pool a long time ago, but I
Yeah, they
have,
swim.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like going from the mainland to an island, or the island to a mainland, or something, but it was in the Gulf, swimming through the Gulf to a different part of land.
Do you want to know something
Um,
crazy? Which I didn't learn until I did contract. Like, you know how you, as an attorney, you can do those contract jobs? I forgot what it's
Yeah.
called, but I did that for like 3 days before I got fired. And they're like, you are out of here, man. I did it for Deloitte. No, that's not what it's called.
No, Deloitte,
know.
I think, is one of those like discovery document review attorney things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did it it was for the defense side of that Deepwater Horizon explosion. And
Oh,
like I
wow.
said,
Okay.
my dad was a maritime not defense, plaintiff's attorney, right? And so I was obviously super intrigued. Like my dad's old partner was all through these records. And so I spent like all of the time looking at that shit. And then also I stumbled upon this study of how that oil leak affected the whales in the Gulf. I had no clue there were whales there, but there are. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know there
They
were. I
have
know there
whales.
were. There've been great white sightings in the Gulf, which is rare, but there have been great white sightings.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um,
But they definitely do have whales. And even so I saw this like back in 2013 when I first moved back to Austin and took that job. But then recently I've been seeing where like it's right whales, I guess is what they're called.
Okay.
But yeah, they exist. They're very, very endangered and they live in the Gulf, which I think is amazing.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't know there were whales there.
Yeah, me either.
Well, I mean, they kind of like cooler waters, kind of like the great whites like cooler water, but they've been caught in the Gulf. There's a video that I watched of like doing night fishing from the Gulf.
Oh,
like
what? That sounds
from
amazing.
doing night fishing from the shore, from the beach.
Oh, right.
like,
And they catch sharks, right? Because that's when you
and
catch sharks.
Yes, and
Yeah.
caught like a baby, like a small great white.
Yeah, they
And
do
it
that
took
all the
it took
time,
them like
actually.
yeah, it took them like but and then there was video
And they're really
of
cute.
in like it's been like 7, 8, 10 years of a boat, like a fishing boat out there, and there was like a big ass great white that went by.
Yeah.
And it's like they shouldn't really be in that warm of water. They like cold water. And so for it to be there, it's like it was odd and rare, but it was a huge great white that went by in the Gulf of Mexico, which they're usually not there. They're usually on the Atlantic
they
side
like
of
colder.
Florida.
Yeah, exactly. They
So-
like the colder stuff, but I'm not going to say it. But yeah, things are changing. Things are changing in the oceans. Things are changing on land. Things are changing in the air.
Well, as they have for millions of years, but well, we're not going to talk about that. So
You work in Hawaii?
Who's in
No
Hawaii?
way.
So
Becca
is it
Lynn.
Hawaii?
No, Elizabeth S. That's crazy. I've been watching this live stream. Oh my God, we should go there right now. It's so peaceful, but you'll have to
What is
back it up. It is.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, because it'll be dark there right now. So like you won't be able to see anything, but.
Well, I like watching some of the Lincoln
The
Cave
live
stuff
cams?
going. We could stream slightly. Yes, I there was a time where, like during COVID, I would pull up Earth Cam
Oh my.
networks because they had an
Yeah.
app, and you could just watch
Did you watch
stuff
the
from all around
safari
the world.
stuff? Did you watch
and they
the
changed like
explore.org
uh no
with the safari,
safari.
like the
What is it?
African
Let me
jungles?
pull it up.
Yes. It's explore. Guaranteed.
There's one that's
My mom and
they
I were
keep
so
changing their
addicted to
name.
that.
It's Wild Earth.
Wild Earth.
It's now called
That's,
Wild Earth is the channel.
yeah, that's
Oh man, I
Wild
used
Earth
to
is
back
part of
before COVID.
explore.org.
I would go to sleep to Wild Earth sunrise
Me
safaris at night.
too, dude. Oh yeah, right. Their safaris are really good, but also I really liked finding them like all on my own. Man, that channel, those channels, because you know there's more than one, right?
Yeah. Well, they changed their name. They used to be like Safari Live and something else.
Yes, I
And they
remember
keep
that a long
changing it.
time
Now
ago.
it's
They were.
like Wild Safari, but they still do they do a sunset safari and a sunrise safari every day.
Yeah.
Put Nick back in the closet. We can do that.
No, he released.
But
he
yeah,
put himself
there were
out.
times back during COVID, before COVID.
Yes.
I would go to sleep at night. I'd turn it on and just fall asleep to it. The Earth Cam
Yeah, me too.
networks. I would fall asleep to put it on, and like when hurricanes would come through, because they had cameras all throughout the Caribbean. You could
Right.
pull up, St. Thomas or the Bermuda
Until they went out.
Bermuda, Virgin Islands, Bahamas, whatever, until they went out, or Miami area. And so I would pull those up and just go to sleep. One of my bosses has property in Turks and Caicos. At least he used to. I don't know if he still does. And so when like hurricane, I think it was Maria.
You have a boss?
Came through back years. It's been what? Yeah, I don't own my
Wait,
firm.
which
I
one
work for
did
a
you?
firm.
Oh, that's crazy. I had no idea. I've always owned
And,
my own firm, like from the beginning. I
Yeah.
had no idea that you. That's
I've
way
always,
better
I've
though.
always worked for.
to
I've always
work
worked for
a
someone
firm.
else.
Way smarter.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. Yeah, I've worked for a firm, and then I went to work for a trustee in bankruptcy, and then I came back to this firm. But yeah, I would watch. There's a Hawaii one that has.
Yeah, I
like,
just sent it to you. The humpback whales.
Yeah, I pulled it up. I
It's
was
in
looking for
private
the
chat.
humpback whales. Yeah, I just pulled
It's in
it up.
private
That's
chat,
what's-
but you're gonna have to go
I
back
know,
to earlier
I
in
haven't
the.
shared it. I haven't shared it yet. I was
Okay.
looking for the whales.
Dude, there's so. Oh, go. Did you find it?
I've got the stream up. I was just looking for the whales.
Oh. Did you see the timestamps?
No.
I always go and
Are
check
they
out
in
the
chat?
timestamps, but they miss a shit ton of them. Yeah, they're in chat. Oh man, but I really loved when I would see like a leopard on stream.
Oh
would
yeah,
get
with the
me.
wild safari, you get the leopards or like the
lions.
lions. Some of the lions, like
Yeah.
on the wild safari, like the Birmingham group of lions, like there's like 4 or 5 brother lions that roamed around together. Some of those were pretty cool.
What was that one leopard's name that I was so sad about? Oh, I forgot her name.
Oh, shit, I can't remember now because they
Hey,
have all their
Scott.
like special names for it. So there's a timestamp in where?
Oh, in the
In our
chat. If
chat?
you go to the chat. No, not on our chat. On their
in
chat.
our-
Well,
okay. Oh, okay.
if you have their chat, if you're able to pull it up, let's see. 14:52:30. Wait, no. Go to 14:33:12.
Well, I can't.
This is
really
all
go
I
to
do
that,
when I
so-
go to when I go to the condo. All I do is no. Okay, look. But okay, now click out of that so that you can see the message at the bottom of the actual stream. Like you see that pink part that's behind the play button and the
Oh, like
pause button
more?
and the No. Up in the actual picture. But you see behind, you want that to come down so that you can see what's
No.
behind there.
Yeah,
And then you'll be able to see the time.
I can't get it down. That doesn't help me though, because
Wait, I'll tell you what.
it's like
That's 18 right there. 18:33:52.
yeah, I see that, but I can't tell where in the chat is. So what is it supposed to be?
14.
What's the time?
14:33:12.
14. That's pretty damn close.
Yeah, that is. Okay, now just push play.
Yeah, I'm turning it down. So it's got to be pretty close. It's like 14:32.
I've never
So
been
pretty
to
damn
Hawaii.
close. It's pretty good. No, I haven't either. My wife has been there, and she actually went. Oh, there we go. Psh,
Wait, did you see something?
that was it.
Oh wow, there was another
Yeah,
one.
I
Hey,
can see it on my
change
screen. There's like a splash.
MG, change the law to like the highest one you can. I mean, not the law. Quality.
Well, but it's gonna lag. It's gonna lag really bad.
Oh, okay. You need a wired connection.
Yeah, but I've done the power line Ethernet, and it's less. It's a slower speed than what I have.
Really?
You see the splash?
Oh, look! Did
That's
you
all
see
you
that?
see.
Sometimes they get way
splash.
closer though, and you can see the, like they have babies there, right? So sometimes you also get to see the babies, which is super cool. When I go
my
to the
wife went to California, went to Hawaii, and swam with sea turtles. She said they came up like you're not allowed to touch the sea turtles because they're protected,
Right.
and they she's like, it's just hard because they come up to you like they want to be like petted. She's like, they come up to you and it's hard you have to avoid them, and it's like it's really hard to avoid them because they want to be touched.
Yeah, right. Just like those orcas that are going up to the ships, but okay, Brandon.
We've got you, Brandon.
Partially true, but you know. How do I get it? There we go.
No, I can up if I up the resolution, we might.
Lose it.
This cat has started to drool on my arm. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This cat is drooling on my fucking, get over there. Yeah, it's gonna start lagging if I go to HD.
Oh man, Bethlehem, you're so lucky. So lucky.
So there's one at 1452.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah,
wait, what is LC? I feel like somebody's
about
already
30
told me
seconds
this.
or so. There should be one that pops up.
Lincoln Kane?
LC is Lincoln Kane.
And what do you mean, do I want another girl? We missed a lot of chat.
Yeah, we have. So there should be another one coming up here soon.
Where is LC? I don't know who LC is, so how would I
Rule
know?
on my fucking arm. Yeah, Lincoln Kane, he's out of Australia. Yes, there's something big. Did you see it?
No, what? Oh, I thought you meant, I thought you were talking about this Lincoln Kane person. Oh, yes. Yes. And sometimes you'll see their adorable little babies right next to them, and it is cute.
There it is. You see it? You see it?
Yes.
Something big, like a big
Yes.
ass whale or something.
I mean, that's a whale. It's for sure a whale.
Yeah.
That is so soothing.
It was pretty big.
That's
So
what she
big.
said.
I don't know where else at. I have to pull the time chats. That's the last 1452 is about the last one. So we'll pause and we'll stop that. I'm gonna I can pull it back up, but I'm talk to chat. I gotta go to the bathroom real.
Okay. What time? 8:30, 2:06 a.m. here? That's crazy. Okay, I'm still trying to go back and see what I missed. Ooh, Becca Lynn, I want to go on a safari so desperately. Get low, 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 low. Wait, what do we say about the dance floor? I don't know who you're talking to, Brandon. Do I have Instagram? I do. Let me tell you a little shitty story that I have. So, okay, Becca Lynn, I'll get on the. Oh man, that thing's so crazy though. He doesn't have an attorney, so that's going to be nutty. But during the lockdown, I started posting pictures of my daughter because she was an itty baby at that point, and I started, but also I had like a lot of other pictures before then, and I had them all on my Instagram. And somehow, I mean, not somehow, I was a dumbass, and I responded to somebody who I thought was my cousin. Well, because it came from my cousin's account in my DMs. And when I did that, it immediately hijacked my account and started trying to like con all of my followers, and many of them were ex-clients. Started trying to con them out of money. And then I tried contacting Instagram like 8 million times, and they never gave it back to me. And so now I'm just legally live, and there's no photos, I don't think. But if you want to know what my old Instagram was, let's see here. I really want it back so bad. I don't even know why. It's really upsetting that somebody can take away your Instagram account, though, just by being an asshole. Who's a big YouTube benefactor? Lincoln Kane? You know, I'm okay with rivers, to be honest, but they can get super fucking dangerous very quickly, I have learned. And so that makes them a little scary. But, you know, I'm into the scary stuff. Open mind, open mind. I did almost die on a river once because I was with somebody who could not swim, and I did not know that until we had capsized. Are you talking about the page of vows we didn't take? Okay, Brandon. It is the old one that actually has photos is __. Tell those mofos to give me back my account while you're at it. They also changed my screen name. Your wife's. Oh, okay. She's trolling you. Wait, what? If you have kids or yes, right, Mustang? It's really shitty. It's really shitty because like obviously I did not want that. Like I didn't want my child's pictures all over the internet and now they are. All of the ones I posted on that account. And that's very upsetting and I kept trying to explain that to Instagram, who actually wasn't Instagram. Like I would have to call Meta and at first they were like, "Oh yeah, we can help you with this." And then they called somebody higher than them and they were like, "Oh, actually we can't help you with this." And I was like, "Y'all, my baby is on my account and now she's actually being used." So what they did is they took a picture of her and put it on, like they made it a screen, like, you know, this screen when you close your phone and you look at it and then the background shows like a photo, right? So they did that on their own phone and then like made fake text messages or fake bulletins or something coming across it that showed it actually did appear that I was like in the, what is that stuff called? Bitcoin or something? Anyway, it looked legit. And a lot of my clients thought it was legit. Yeah, right. But my account still hasn't been deleted, which is the craziest part. And they're like done with it. They went and followed like thousands and thousands of people and then they were just done. And I still can't get it back, which is crazy. Yeah, they probably did sell my child's pictures for sure.
Nope. That was fine. I went and got more water, but apparently my daughter woke up, so
Oh, you got to go?
I might have to go. Well, she heard me go get water. She's like, "You got water?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Can I have some?" So I gave her a drink and then she laid back down. But I may have to call in the night because she doesn't need to be up right now. It's what, 2:15 in the morning.
Yeah, no, it's crazy late.
So we have
All right,
fun
cool.
with that.
Yeah, no, that was super fun. Thank you, everybody.
It's fun, yeah. So
Hold on, I have to type a message in your chat.
awesome.
Okay, now I'm done. I'm closing out of your chat. Wait, what happened?
Let's Go City had a banker tell a Secret Service agent to fuck off and pulled $100K from them they had taken. Fun times. Yeah, that's awesome. No, she didn't ask that. She's just like, "You got water?" I was like, "Yeah, here, take some." She's like, "Can I have some?"
Wait,
Like,
how
"Yeah,
old is
here,
she?
take some
7? Is that
water."
what you said?
Yeah, she'll be 8 this summer.
So
But
they
she wanted
still
to-
do
she
that
was-
at that age?
Oh God, yes.
Man.
Yes. It's more random. It's more random. Our son, he'll be 5 here soon. He sleeps much better through the night. But then I'm right across the hall from my daughter's room. So when I get up, go to the bathroom or go get water, she hears that stuff. So, and then we got the asshole cat likes to make noise too. He's out there scratching on the door now.
Okay, let's go then. 25 Mustang. Don't say that. You're making me
But
crazy.
this was a fun night. I want to thank Brandon.
Thank you for having me
and
on.
Legendary and Rabbit and everybody who super chatted and cash apped and gifted memberships. And thank you, McKinley, for coming on. It kept me company there for a while after Gosney left. So
Gosney was here?
He was here at the very beginning. We
Really?
watched as we were sniping vices. And I had invited Megan Fox on, but she's got neck problems. And she's like, "I'm laid up in bed." She's like, "I can't move." So she couldn't get on. I sent Baker an invite, but he like.
But then he didn't get on because he chose the
Yeah,
expert.
Yeah. I didn't know
choice,
expert was.
friend.
I
Poor
didn't know.
choice.
I didn't know. I didn't know expert was streaming. I checked. I
Because
figured
he
he would
went,
be
like-
streaming his normal time. And because they were like, "Well, we're
He
going to
ended
do
up
a
going
dry
like way,
run."
way late.
He's like, "We're going to do a dry run for Dollywood's Friday Night Live," and And so I was like, okay,
I
well,
know,
he'll go his
Baker, we're
normal, he'll do his
kidding.
normal time. You're here in chat. Yeah, and you came into the chat. Yeah, thank you very much. I do. Now we have beef.
We're
I
just
do
kidding.
thank
We're
you
just
very much for
no
showing up.
beef.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, it's good. It's good grifting for Baker if he has beef with people. So
Right? It's good for everybody if they have beef with
yes,
somebody.
yes, drama sells. That's for sure. So, well, thank you very much. I'm gonna go pass out and go sleep, and
Yeah.
then I'm sure my kids will wake me up in about 4 hours or so to get up and go do things. And I'm like, nah, it's not 7 o'clock. We try to set them for 7 o'clock.
That's
He was
crazy.
on stream. Yes, we have their little
Who?
cloud alarm clocks that change color when it's time to get up.
Yeah, that never worked for me.
Not so much.
I'm gonna try it again soon, though.
Pretty well. It does pretty well. Stabby Day will be anti-MG and Eminem today. I won't. I would say I'll be sleeping through it, but I won't.
Yeah, right.
Because I said they'll wake me up by 7 o'clock. But they do. Our son does pretty good. He usually, even if he wakes up, he'll keep his door closed, have his light on, and he waits until that cloud turns green. Till his light turns
That's
green.
amazing. That's
Our
really
daughter,
amazing.
not so much. She will randomly wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I had a bad dream, or I'm thirsty, or whatever, and like go back to bed. You're fine. Everything's fine. But she'll do that. Sometimes 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, seriously, I like sometimes I just get to, like, if I went to sleep now,
Exactly.
she might come in
You
there.
just get in bed.
Like, oh God. She's much more our son, he's does much better about not coming out and waking us up. But our daughter, she'll come out there and be like, and like she's got long hair, and so she comes in, like you see her in the door frame, it's like from like The Ring or something, the long hair that's just a silhouette. It's just so scary.
That's
It
creepy.
will scare the shit out of you in the middle of the night when you wake up and she's right there looking at you with her long
Yeah, that's
hair.
creepy.
You just see a silhouette, and you're like, she's like, I had a bad dream. It's like, I'm gonna have a heart attack one day when she does it. I know it. I know I'm gonna have a heart attack from her. But
It is super scary when somebody comes and wakes you up like that, though.
oh, well, especially with
Okay,
her,
well-
she'll try not to make a noise. She won't say anything until you wake up. So you just like for some reason your body wakes up because it senses
Because there's
something
somebody
watching
staring
you.
at you. Why do
And
you
you're
wake
like-
up? I do it every time.
And it's like,
You're like,
oh my
"Ah."
God, it's so scary. And it's
Yeah.
like, really, go to bed. And she's like, oh, no. It's like, yes, well, with the long hair, sometimes she has that look to her. Like she looks like the girl from The Ring. But
Or the
yeah.
chick that had her head like tied on with that choker necklace. You know, did you ever hear
No.
that story when you were
Mm-mm.
little? And then when
No.
they untie it, her head goes rolling. Yeah.
God.
Scary
No,
shit.
she will just be right there next to you, and it's like of course you get a jump scare out of a dead sleep, and then she's like, "Oh, I had a bad dream," or "Oh, I need water." I'm like, "You know how to get water? You're almost 8 years old." Or just so like, you had a bad dream. Okay, well, everybody's fine. Obviously, we're still here. Go to sleep.
Yeah, my
So-
child will do that while she's laying next to me. Like, I'm so scared. And I'm like, you're touching me.
Yeah.
What else can I do?
So it's frustrating as hell.
It
But
is frustrating.
It's more random as they get older, but it still happens. It's more with our daughter than our son. Our son has not really done that much. He usually waits until at least 6 or 6:30 before he comes running in there. Usually he waits until his light turns green. He's like, okay, the light's green, and we're like, okay, well, you're good. So
Well, that's awesome. I can't wait until my child starts paying attention to her.
the rest of the day he doesn't listen or pay attention, but for that
Okay,
moment
well.
he usually does. Yes, you're in for a rude awakening,
Damn it.
because they have the best selective hearing ever. You can be right there telling them, "Hey, do this, do this."
Oh yeah, they
And you
just totally ignore you.
keep ignoring. Yeah, ignore you, like you're not speaking their language at all.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes I wonder if I am.
yeah, I'm like, I know you understand English. I'm telling you to do this. You hear me? Do it. So,
Yeah. I have glasses
yeah.
on my head. All right, go and take care of your children. And
She's back. She should be laying down now. She's probably not asleep. She probably hears me, but I gave her a sip of water, and I said, "Lay back down." And so she should be going to bed, hopefully. So we'll see y'all next time. Thank you so much,
Okay,
everybody.
bye,
This was not a planned stream at all. Thank you so much, Brandon. He gave me the idea to stream Snipe Jeff while he
that was a good
getting drunk.
idea.
Yeah, it was a great idea from Brandon. Thank you so much. And we'll see y'all next time. I might not be back the rest of the weekend. I don't know. It just depends on how much sleep I can get. So we'll see. But thank you, McKinley, for showing up. It was awesome. It's always great. So
I'm gonna leave right now.
yeah,
Cool.
I'm shutting it off.